Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Timbuktu Campaign. Last time, under the archonship of Takuma Sankara, known also as the Bugler, we saw some further economic growth at home and more campaigns in the desert with mixed success. Although so far they've been of pretty consistent success as we have conquered the Adrar province in full, allowing us to embark on our most daring and possibly most ever daring northward desert campaign towards the very distant enemy of Sigil Masa, who we have a claim on thanks to the mission that we're on. Our army is on the way there. They're actually nearly there. And although I have been a little nervous about the attrition rates they've been suffering, once we get into Sigil Masa, things should be a little less severe. And by the way, our unending open sky tradition has been pulling its weight in this entire campaign since we got it, helping us save a lot of lives through the attrition. Though, of course, the loss of life to that desert attrition should not be understated, even with the mercs coming in behind to provide some more infantry muscle, which will be essentially necessary if we hope to assault Sigil Masa, which is what I would really like to do. Although a siege of Sigil Masa may have to happen instead, we'll see how things look. Another complicating factor to the situation, which of course was ended off on a cliffhanger last time because we hit 1st of January, so there was an election. All these episodes are for the length of one archonship. The other situation going on in this war is the siege over at Taudeni with this mercenary force that I attempted to bribe before. Now, I think it's been less than a year. In fact, let's see. Yeah, I'm not allowed to try to bribe this guy. Unfortunately, the game doesn't tell me when I'm allowed to, so I guess I should just check on occasion. 21% siege progression is not a guarantee of them getting it on the flip, and I just need to get to Sigil Masa and assault it with whatever strength I have left. Now, the question's going to also turn into, do I try to avoid Taudeni being retaken, as I probably can't actually make it back from Sigil Masa with my armies to then retake Taudeni and like defeat the Merc Force. Now, my armies, as they currently stand, easily outpower this mercenary force. With the 5 martial leader, not a problem. Even my own mercenary army would probably beat them in just a straight 1-to-1 fight. Although, in fairness, the morale differences could make enough of a difference. At least the mercs with my new Archon Kabaswati in charge, that would provide even more of an edge, and any part of my Levy strength would probably be enough. But the problem is, the death march through the desert has depleted my forces as they went north, and making a return trip would be a lot to ask. And by the time we get there, would we even have the strength to assault or even siege Taudeni, let alone fight them at Taghaza, where they would likely go next? Now, there's a couple ways to deal with this. The first option is to, right now, before doing anything else, do some sort of peace deal. And just to be thorough, let's see what is on the table. White peace is not on the table. Okay, not the best start to my peace deal plans. I was hoping I might be able to squeeze these two out and get them as, ideally, direct annexations, if not tributaries, as ultimately I have the claim on Sigil Masa. I can just fight them again whenever I want. This war is convenient because it involves 3 tags for the price of 1 war, but if needed, I can always attack Sigil Masa later. My claim on them is, something I'll have for the rest of the game. But it may not be, it may be something that I have to consider depending on how this war goes. If they retake Taudeni, then any sort of deal where I get Taghaza and then we agree to a deal like that, probably off the table. So if they do succeed at Taudeni, peace is off the table in any term. And that actually creates another problem where, I guess once I get Sigil Masa, that is the war goal. Let me phrase it like this. If they succeed in their siege of Taudeni, and then I, before they get Taghaza, am able to get Sigil Masa, which I think is likely. I think that outcome is likely. I can probably get a deal of at least white peace, because Sigil Masa is worth more than these 2 locations, and they're also the war leader. But I'm not sure what deal above white peace I could get. Possibly Taghaza. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe just white peace, which would at least be an option for me. Now, it's not like I have super bad war exhaustion, and one thing I can do, if needed, is actually leave my levy at Sigil Masa so that they're not dying and wasting manpower in the desert for no reason, and actually fire my mercenaries that I currently have, and either try to buy off this merc force or hire a new mercenary company. There are more mercenary companies I could use. At this point, the risk of a merc force actually destroying the location and sieging it may be just something I have to roll with. Again, I'm not sure if that would happen with these sorts of tiles. I really hope not, but it may be getting to a point where I have to bring my main levy back just so that my guy can take over the force. And I guess I can preemptively check and see if there are low martial mercenaries in the area 8 or below. Okay, we have an 8 martial guy over here. He's fairly close. We have another 8 martial guy over here. Okay. This force is more infantry, which I like. Although this guy, yeah, we have 2 mercs, so we can't hire him anyways. This guy here. Okay, so that's good to see. So I may hire a merc force soon to make that plan a reality. It all comes down to how the siege at Tau Dene goes, because if they are stuck sieging this for a long time and I'm able to get up here and assault this, if there is a single day where I have all 3 currently occupied at the same time, I can win the war because it'll be a 100% war score situation, and then all of these contemplations don't really matter. But my concern is that at 21%, we're not going to beat them in a siege race, but we would beat them if we got there and assaulted with the mercs there. So it's going to come down to how long it takes for us to get up there. Now, if I'm at 21% siege timer, I'm anticipating another 5 years of siege, but that's when I'm doing it. When the AI is doing it, who knows? So this Heritage of Timbuktu defensiveness modifier, by the way, may be starting to really play a role. Now, that's all the situation happening up here with the war. As you can tell, I've thought through what I hope will happen, which is I get to Sigil Massa with both of my armies, with my Levy and Merc Force and the other Merc Force. I do the assault, and then I win the war. If they get Tau Dene, I still come up here, I finish my movement to get up here, do the assault, and then I control Sigil Massa. And at the end of the day, this tile is the closest to my territory. It's a lot of hassle, but it's not out of the question to really hire any of the multiple large merc armies that live in my region to come up, kill this merc force if I can't bribe them, and then retake Tau Dene, and hopefully it's not depopulated. I really hope that the way these tiles work out here, because you can't repopulate them normally, is that they can't be depopulated. So far, none of them have been depopulated in multiple sieges that I've done, but I've never seen the AI do a siege yet, so I don't know if it's special for the player. I really hope it's a system-level part of the mod. Either way, that's what's happening with the Sigil Massa War. But I have the money. I have a strong economy thanks to all of my efforts throughout the campaign. So if needed, I can, fork out the dough and win this war with a full annexation of everybody, most importantly of Sigil Massa. I actually don't care as much about these interim tiles. I don't have claims on them, I don't believe. Yeah, I don't have claims on them, so I prefer to get them in this war, and I will probably delay the war to assure that. But Sigil Massa is the real prize. Now, I may have been, over the course of this campaign, a little over-ambitious about how much market power these Europeans are ready to share with me. These guys, unlike we enlightened Timbuktu utopians, just don't really have much commerce economy going yet. No one has any surpluses, although we're just reaching a few people so far. Maybe once we can reach more of Europe, there's going to be big sellers and exporters like Tuskia. I'm anticipating Tuskia has got some surpluses. Basically, the larger nations will have more surpluses, or at least can have more surpluses. And we will see what we can reach. And being able to reach, by the way, Besatis will be huge, and also Carthage, both big territory holders. And of course, the real economic prize, as it has always been in history in this part of the world in real life, is the Eastern Mediterranean with these giant empires. And by the way, Egypt did beat Meroe in a war. I wasn't looking, but they did this recently. So Egypt is, as expected, conquering Meroe over time. They also have territory down here, oddly enough. Not sure how that happened, but either way. Let's go ahead and get the rest of our setup going after this 9-minute opening monologue about the state of the war and everything. So, first of all, with our Omen, I anticipate Jackal is the way to go. Again, I could switch it up, but the commerce income bonus is just so significant. I don't really think there's any reason to go in any other direction. Again, we don't really have like morale problems right now. If I were fighting like a large empire where militarily things are a bit more evenly matched, morale of armies would matter more then. But let's go with Jackal. All right, let's take a look and see how the economy has improved. 11.06 with the full army raised, and with 2 merc forces, and with fort maintenance, and with regular wages. That's pretty good. Now, we do have increased army maintenance right now, which is contributing to our loss of potential money, as we're paying a lot of money to these mercs, what remains of them at least. But we need as much morale as possible to ensure the assault up here goes on with that hitch. Incidentally, what are we looking at up here? Okay, 37% is not so bad. They are at full garrison. I would have been amazed if they hadn't raised garrison by now. It's taken us a long time to get up here, but that is worth noting. Can I reach anybody yet for any import stuff? No, it doesn't look like it. That is too bad. I'm hoping soon I will be able to. And then, let's see, we need to assign a few positions because, of course, we had an election. We're now in the year of Kaba and Kondolan, specifically Kaba Suwadi and Kondolan Suwadi. This is a duo of relatives, and Kaba Suwadi, by the way, is, let's see. Okay, Kondolan Chilabele is his rival. It's interesting. So the other Kondolan, the one from before, is his rival. And then he is a traditionalist, and he is joined by traditionalist Kondolan Suwadi. She is... Okay, she's the spouse of Wachi Chilabele. I was thinking before that one of them had, like, an important spouse, and that's what's going on. Okay. Number of children here. Okay. She's a rival to Kenga Sankara and this other one. Okay. And she's friends with Yambuado Bulsa. Interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at the situation here. So, coming from Kaba, we've got 8 Marshal. Again, the tooltip is wrong, but we can see from the side of the screen that it's on that the 8 Marshal is coming from Kaba. That's plus 8% manpower recovery speed and plus 8% army morale recovery. 11 charisma, very good with that, to have so much charisma, which is providing plus 0.2.2, or I should say plus 2.20 claim fabrication speed and minus 0.11 monthly tyranny. Keeping above minus 0.25 tyranny is great. We're down to 31, which is still quite a bit, but we've climbed down from the roughly 40 that I was hovering at under the shield, so need to keep that energy going. And then 8 finesse is coming from Kondolan, as the tooltip implies, with minus 8% build cost and plus 16% national commerce. Very nice stuff with the final 8 zeal coming from Kaba. Minus 0.08 war exhaustion. We are okay on war exhaustion, but I'm keeping an eye on that for sure. And plus 0.08 monthly stability. Very good stuff. Now, I don't believe we have... Do we have Divine Sacrifices running? We do actually have it running. Okay, we are pretty high up, so it does make sense that we have it running, actually. Okay, that is fair. Let's see here. Right, so in terms of the situation in the government, Trads are back in charge. Actually, I think Trads were in charge before, but Trads remain in charge, I should say. The parties are basically where they were at the start of the last episode, and I think actually at the end of the last episode too. Democrats are the plurality, although thanks to my great effort in the last couple of episodes, Democrats are now extremely happy with me, which is nice. So that is where all of our high support is coming from. Democrats have a lot more Senate sort of mandate, essentially, to use some hegemony terminology. So their higher control is translating to their high approval, punching for a larger effect than the lower approval of the less controlling oligarchs. Now, I'm going to do my standard opening of episode family reorganization, and I can probably get away with a bit more of a balanced and strong government because I can give the Democrats room to lose approval. Now, they remain the most important faction, so I don't want to go too crazy here. I'm not going to have any grateful families, for example. I'm going to try really hard to not have lots of grateful families. But with all of this Democrat approval, and considering that they want confiscation, that's fairly easy to do, and each instance of a revocation gives me Democrat approval anyways. I think I can pretty safely, just over the course of this episode, buy approval from the Democrats by revoking holdings on occasion to keep them topped off on approval, while I have my actual government composition be in a format that gives them a low approval trend. Because ultimately, no matter what their approval trend is, if I'm getting bursts of approval from revoking holdings, then I can keep their approval in good shape. And as long as I'm above 51, how much above 51 I get doesn't matter that much, aside from the Democrat characters all having higher loyalty for having a high approval feeling. And by the way, we do have some disloyalty issues with Arabunu, the oligarch party leader. Of course, he's not too happy. He's at 0 right now. Okay, well, we'll have to take a look at that later. And then Fadiga Isawagan, head of the Isawagan family. I think this guy is he's a Democrat, but he is just above the loyalty threshold. A bit alarming for sure. Now, let me take a look and remind myself administratively. So the Jene governor is Bari Sankara, who's an oligarch. Okay. Gumasira Sankara is the Songhay governor, so that's one grateful family immediately with the Sankaras. and Kilia Sawadi is the Sahara Occidentalis governor. And I think this is all fine. I think having a higher marshal governor of Jenne wouldn't be the worst idea, although so far I've had better luck with having just when I'm in a sort of a wartime Otaconship, have the main Otacon have high marshal, then I split so that they lead all the forces. In fact, having a lower marshal governor for the areas that are levy producers might be better, just so they're not competing with the main Otacon. We also do have more Ghana levy to raise once we lower our levy. Not going to be for a minute now, but we will get there eventually. Okay, so that's all fine. And last time I was going for the Sankara Suwadi duopoly approach. Now let's go ahead and do the standard removals. Let me go ahead and, so I just fire all these guys. No free hands on the researchers, nor should there be. Okay. All right. Oh, really? Hold on. What is my co-Otacon providing? Narrow-minded. Oh, that's pretty bad. Okay. Okay, we'll come back to that later. Also, take a look at our characters in just a moment here. All right, let's start with the. You don't actually have free hands. Let me fire you. These guys are very loyal. Keep the corruption under control. Okay. Now, before I reassign everyone, let me go ahead and take a look at the Otacon. So, Kaba Suade is self-controlled for +1 zeal, and what's relevant here is plus 0.05 monthly trad conviction. Of course, he is a traditionalist. As the governor of Ghana, he'll be reducing the local population growth in the region by 0.02%. A life of fulfillment seems to Kaba to lack all sense of purpose. He's also confident, +1 martial and -5 loyalty, though as the Otacon, his loyalty is not going to be a problem. After he's the Otacon, it may become a problem because he'll have some power base and some veterans. As the commander, chariots and heavy cav have +5% increased discipline. Trusting one's instincts is the first step towards mastery. He's also merciful for +1 charisma, -5% enslavement efficiency, and plus 0.05 monthly trad conviction. Again, that makes sense. As the governor of Ghana, that's +8% local freedom and happiness, and this is quite nice. As the ruler, -0.05 monthly tyranny. That's quite good, coming from that Otacon modifier. Very nice. Mercy can take many forms, and Kaba knows them all. He's also frail, 1 less martial, and he could have had 9 martial. That's a bummer. And -0.05% health, though he is healthy at 59, so he can't be that frail. Frailty can be caused by any number of inherited ailments and would often affect an individual throughout their life, rendering them weaker than their peers and more likely to contract further illnesses. He is also stubborn, so he has a bit less monthly popularity. He's a bit less convicted towards head of family faction, and -5 loyalty, again, not mattering right now. And if, as the governor of Ghana, +10% fort defense in Ghana. So I wish that was a ruler modifier, not a governor modifier. That'd help me right now. The very wrath of the powers that be couldn't budge Kaba after he's made up his mind. Let me go ahead and throw him onto. Actually, let me first revoke his free hands. Holy moly, 21 corruption. That's not that good. Yeah, 25% ruler corruption. Jeez. Okay, we're gonna need to. In fact, I don't think I didn't notice this, or if I did, I didn't think to do anything about it last time. I should have done sanctions before he came into power. That was a pretty big oversight. This is pretty severe corruption for the ruler. Yeah, not great. And this will be affecting his. Let me throw him on a scheme influence. This will be affecting his Ghana holdings. Let's see. Okay. Where is it? Governor corruption. Yeah, -0.05 from that. And Ghana's in such a great shape, it's not making too big of a difference, but definitely frustrating. It's going to probably be reducing his effectiveness as a economic leader as well. And of course, the PI impact is severe. Okay, Kondolan Sowadi, 47 years old, 3826 for her. She is crafty for, oh boy, +20 corruption. I should really revoke free hands on her with that, with crafty. Okay, we're gonna have to deal with that. +2 finesse, so that's pretty nice. Extra 10% Senate influence, +2% enslavement efficiency, +0.05% monthly statesmanship, and Yeah, and there's some democratic conviction as well, plus 105. Wheedling, conniving, and cunning may not be attractive qualities, but they're never unhelpful ones. She's narrow-minded for 1 more finesse. And then what's relevant? So tribal great winter construction, plus 2%. Monthly trad conviction, plus 0.15. Yeah, that makes sense. And the ruler modifiers, I guess, do matter, because apparently her ruler modifiers count when she's the co-outcome. That is good to know, because the tech speed is in effect. So minus 10% tech speed and plus 12% national tribesman happiness. Actually kind of a good modifier. I do have a number of tribesmen, and let me take a look and see that's being calculated. Co-outcome, plus 12%. All right, that's pretty good. Lustful, plus 0.20 fertility, and reduced body conviction, not that that matters for not playing as Rome. An amorous lifestyle has many benefits and many drawbacks. Condolon recognizes only the former. She does have 4 children, though, and she has the pair of twins, which I noted last time was interesting. Though at 47, you'd think she'd have more, being lustful, but she has found a way. And she's a founder for plus 1 attractions. I don't know that that matters now. Great winter construction, plus 10%. Extra Democrat conviction, plus 0.05. If she were the governor, which she's not, there'd be citizen output. And as the ruler, I guess we should be getting this stability. Yeah, plus 102 stability from co-Otacon. And build cost reduction as well, so that's quite nice. And of course, with the trads in charge, we have an omen power bonus, which is improving our economy, because we have an economy omen going. Okay. Let's go ahead and get things reorganized here. Now, let me first actually check and see. So we have 2 in... So the Sankata are already grateful, and the Suwadi have 1 position. I'm not going to be removing that, because that's a governor position. How do the Democrats feel? So minus 0.03. Oligarchs are pretty mad. I think we need to give a few more families positions here. Yeah. So let's go ahead and start things off here with the researchers. 106% efficiency is pretty good, so I definitely want to focus on this first. Okay, so I think what I'm likely to do here is still focus on stacking Sankata. In fact, yeah, I'm going to focus on Sankata specifically, so I only have 1 grateful family if possible, and just spread out the other positions to other families, so that more people are content instead of being scorned. So for this position, let's go 10 with Layla Sankata. Actually, you know what? Let's go... Does statesmanship matter for the researcher position? I don't think so. I don't think it does. Okay. And then she's a Democrat as well for the civic advancing. Okay, let's bring this guy in with his 11 finesse. Masire Isawagan. Not the best loyalty, but that'll get better later. Now he's not going to be scorned. Okay, Wachi Chilabele with his 12 charisma, obviously. Need to bring him in. Make sure none of these guys are on for hands. They are not. And religious advances. Let's bring in Yambe Wanu with the 10 zeal. Okay. Pretty good. Yeah, the co-Adcon is having an impact there, unfortunately. Pretty good set of researchers, if I do say so myself. In fact, we're on track to get our next round of research advancements in this episode, so that's pretty good. And last time we went down to grab, not have a cost, we went down to grab town criers and coding, and we'll be able to now grab centralized committees, finally, which will save us a lot of PI, and census data and some other good stuff as well. Yes. Okay, on to officers. Now, let me review the family situation again. So now, everyone except for the Bolsas have at least 1 position, and the Sankanas are grateful. How do the Democrats feel about this? They're furious about this. They also don't like the Archon's corruption, which is not helping. As usual, all of my negative modifiers make the Democrats hate me. But the oligarchs are pretty happy, so I think I can probably ease off on the contentedness. Sorry, Bolsas, you'll maybe you get your chance in the sun next time. In fact, can I possibly replace one of these content families with something else? How about the Buanu? Not really. That's a pretty bad trait. How about the Tielabellies? Nope. The Isawagans? I could replace them with the Bolsas. That wouldn't really fix it, though. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, none of the alternatives are going to be very, very good. Okay, let's just do what we can here to try to clean things up. So, all the good characters are Suwadi now. Maybe I do go double. Maybe I do go Suwadi and Sankata. Yeah, this is a lot of power to be missing out on. Okay. Let's throw him in and see how things look. I'm going to demonstrate now. Minus 0.53. That's pretty quick. But I feel confident I can manipulate their approval because they really love revoking. I can do enough by the end to get the mission completion. So I think I should be able to ride this out. And oligarchs like this a lot, so that's pretty good. I need them to gain. Okay. So I'll go Suwadi and Sankata like I did last time. Alright. Got some statesmanship. Let's bring you in, Labadero. Okay. Choose to tax. Sankata. Got some statesmanship still. Very good. Monthly military experience. There's a Sankata family head. Kenga Sankata is now the family head. Okay. Fairly corrupt. But she does like being given an office. That'll be for sure. Sorry, Bolsas. Alright. I'm running out of good characters now, but that's not so bad. Okay. Lines over there. Pushing it now, but we can get away with this at the end here. Okay. Having done all this, now let's go ahead and see. Is free hands going to be valuable here? You're pretty old. I think it's justifiable. You have a lot of corruption. That's the problem here. Nefarious tendencies. Oh boy. All right. Well, I need the PI. Democrats like this as well. Yeah, because okay. So this is. Well, I gain. Let's see. Okay, I lose support overall, but I can gain Democrat support again by doing revocations. Okay. You. Okay, this. Oligarchs will like this. Okay. It's probably good to grab this then. Maybe not. Okay. We're creeping down here. Alright. Oligarchs like this. Trads just like this. I gain trad approval so quick. I think this should be manageable. What I should also do is, let's see, Timbuktu province. I actually would do this in Timbuktu, so I think I save and do this. I may slip below Senate support, but that's fine. I don't need Senate support to do a peace deal, I don't think. I'm fairly sure I don't, at least. So we can go below. I need the PI bonus. Also, you know what? Hold on. You're pretty high, but I do want the bonus. Okay. Alright, we should. Okay, we're above 2 PI now. That's good. Ruler corruption is brutal. It's really, really unfortunate. But, you know, I could do this. The issue is, let's think about this long term. How many young characters that I'm likely to have for multiple episodes actually have corruption problems? I think it's mostly older characters. Yeah, both the ruler and co-ruler have extremely high corruption, and then we have everyone who has crafty, and then below that, everyone who has like +10 with stuff. A couple younger characters, but I think economically, it may not be the worst idea to grab increased wages, honestly, to keep things under control. That being said, it's not going to make a huge impact during this period. I guess what I need to do is just pay closer attention to who's coming in as the new leaders. Jaruru and Sampoka. That's an interesting duo. We'll come back to that later. Also, I think Jaruru, he shaved his head. He had the distinctive hair before, but he's completely shaved his head. All right. That's fine. And then let's see. What I should do now is... Oh, this has also been redistributed. Okay, things are more even now. That's good to see. Or that's good to, like, notice, I mean. Okay, this is sustainable. Do I want to do any of these actions here? I kind of want to do this. Because I like the bozo promotions. But I shouldn't use this much manpower right now. It's a bit risky. I think let's leave that all alone for now. Okay. All right, things are complicated, but I think that looks good. Let's go up to speed 2, and I think we tentatively resume with the war. I'm trying to think if I've missed anything. I don't think so. I don't have either of the laws that allow for this stuff. No, hold on, I do, don't I? Yeah, Assembly of Citizens, but it wasn't very good last time, so maybe I don't even bother with that. Once I can switch that back to abolish assemblies, which I definitely want to do later, I'll be making a more consistent PI. Okay, I think we're good to go ahead and proceed. And I'm going to try to save my PI for now to do the province fortification. Like, this is a great location. Like, province fortification in Timbuktu is actually going to be a money saver, because I will have over-the-fort infrastructure capacity here once I build the Tiabu fort. I may even build multiple layers of forts in the cities that I have here. I mean, a location with 3 cities, you're going to hit that cap pretty quick, and it will save some money. So definitely something I would do anyways, so I will go for that. Okay, let's go ahead and proceed. Here we go. If this guy wins the siege, that at least will clarify which of the different possible ways this war could will go. I really hope that is not what happens. Got barbarians down here. I'm not in a position to do anything about that, unfortunately. I have to just let them get away with it. All right, 21% progression. Let's see status quo. That was not status quo, but Defender's Desert is not the worst tick to get. So, okay, we're about a month, maybe a month and a half away from Sigil Massa. With the strength I have, I think I can do an assault basically immediately. We have nearly full morale. It's gonna be really close. This is uncomfortably close. And I have to wait for everyone to get here, and the mercs are behind me by about half a month. Or no, even. Oh my god, what? Oh, hold on. They have forces here? That was not what I was expecting to see. This is the world's least explainable battle loss prediction. I shouldn't be losing this battle. Is this true? Give it a day. Okay, they're actually leaving. I think the game was wrong about that. I don't think I would lose this battle. Yeah, I've got there's not like a crazy morale advantage. Sure, like I'm coming out of the desert, but numbers wise, I should be enormously stronger than them. All right, they're gonna leave anyways. They're gonna get out of the way in time, so it's not gonna matter anyways. Okay, very, very strange. All right. All right, come on. Show me a status quo, please. Status quo. That's 23rd February. Status quo. Let's see it. Oh, food shortage, but I think we're going to just about get there in time. We have 30 days. Food shortage to 42% is pretty dire, but we're almost there. For some reason, everyone's now moving at the same rate. I don't know how that happened, but now everyone's moving together. Very interesting. We're all getting there 22nd. Oh, no, I'm wrong. The mercenaries are getting there at the beginning of March. That's going to be cutting it pretty close. Maybe the mercs arrive mid-assault. Do I assault with the force that doesn't include the 4 infantry? Let's see when they arrive how much infantry we're looking at, because those 4 infantry units are probably required to assault a 37% defensiveness 500 garrison fort in the desert. So let's see what we're dealing with here. Okay, wait for everyone else to arrive. Or everyone's here, except for the mercs. So we're looking at, yeah, I don't think I have enough without the infantry mercs coming in. 500, 700, 1500. Maybe. So if they can't, the assault would probably finish before the mercs got here. And with the mercs, I definitely win the assault. All right, 26 days. What are we looking at for the travel time? 9th of March. So that's, what, no, not even 7 days, because February it's 28 days. Unless it's a leap year. I hope it's not. It's a very bad time for it to be a leap year. We're looking at, let's see. 5 days plus 9, so that's 14 days. So 14 days versus 26. This is going to be a very close one, because the assault will take a number of days too. The question is, if I start the assault with the army here, do the mercs arriving join in the assault as if it were a battle? I think they do, but I'm not 100% sure. And I'm going to actually look on my phone to see if I can quickly research this, because this may be a strategically important enough distinction. I'm almost for sure I won't find this information online, but just to be thorough, let me just look at the wiki really quick. My phone here. Let's see. Probably not going to find this information. Okay, I think they will join in the assaults. I'm on the wiki right now, and it's going. You can't see it on the camera, but it's going over a strategy of using reserve forces for assaults. I think the move to make is actually to start the assaults. But then the thing is, if I start the assault too early, they may run out of morale doing the assault. Then again, is 1,500 infantry really too small for the assault? Am I being overcautious? I mean, I'm sure I'm being overcautious, but so far, most of my strategic blunders this campaign have been from not being overcautious enough. It is very hard difficulty, after all, lest we forget. There's maybe a strategy of waiting a little bit to start the assault. I guess the question is, would I win the assault in 6 days? Because that's the time difference between the 26 days and... let me recalculate here really quick. So let me think about this. So these guys are arriving 9th of March, which means, assuming it's not a leap year, 5 days and then 9 days. So 5 days and 9 days. That's 14 days. So 14 days versus 26. So actually it's a difference of 12 days. Okay, I don't know where I got 6 from, but 12 days for the assault feels a bit more feasible. I think the play here is I start the assaults as they're coming in, but not quite yet, because I don't want to run out of morale on the infantry that I currently have. So let me kind of oddly wait a couple of days and see. And also, just as a Hail Mary, I don't think this is in the cards, but let me check and see if this guy is open to being bribed. Okay, he's not. Didn't think so. Okay, let me start the assault with the mercs coming in. Well, here's the question, though. I'm very scared of doing this wrong, because 12 days is plenty of time to conclude an assault. But they do sometimes take longer than you may be expecting. So let me roll the dice here. The thing is, if for some reason the mercs don't join in the assault in the way that I'm expecting, they can just do the assault themselves after the first assault finishes improperly or whatever. Let's start the assault now. Also, we have full morale now. Bards, okay. Okay, I think the assault was interrupted, or the assault was paused, but now the assault is partially done. Let's just do the assault again, basically. Actually, my main army ran out of force for the assault. Okay. This should be enough, please. Oh, this is such a relief. I was so nervous about how this was going to go. I got pretty lucky. I shouldn't be looking at 42% progression and thinking that that's siege luck in my favor in this situation, but I don't trust Imperator Rome to not give me the worst siege luck. The sacking of Sigil Massa, 100 war score. Yes. Kaba Suwadi has led his men to glorious victory during the siege of Sigil Massa. The enemy fleeing disgrace, and all that is left is to decide on how to treat the residents within. Needless to say, these spoils of war like the Causos back in Timbuktu to admire Kaba greatly, but leaving such wealth in the hands of a man could cause problems in the future. None shall hide. No, hold on. Let's not do that. Let the living be gentle is what I meant to say there. Okay, let's let 1 day go by. Okay. All right, how is this going to work? Okay, problem discovered. I can only make them vassals. I can't take it directly. Okay, I guess that makes sense, that because this is sort of like what happened with these guys over here, where I didn't have any adjoining territory. So, I guess maybe vassalize Sigil Massa may have to be what I do. So, okay, so this would take 365 days. And then, let's see. Sigil Massa is a subject of Timbuktu. What is the word subject including here? Does it mean tributary? Because I would probably prefer them to be tributary over a tribal vassal. I'm pretty sure tribal vassal is included under the sort of term subject. I don't know about tributary. Cracking open the wiki again. I'm nervous. Around subject. Let's see. I mean, according to the wiki, tributary seems to count as a subject. One would think tributary counts as a subject. Does tribal vassal take up a slot? It doesn't. Tribal vassal feels more likely to be subject. I mean, the thing is, Sigil Massa would... I only care about Sigil Massa for annexation purposes. Like, these guys over here, I can get to them later. The same way that I'll get to these guys later. So I could make these guys tributaries and make Sigil Massa. So I can always cancel a tributary relationship later. And I've not done the mission that would give me the claims on them. The whatever, it's going to be like the Taghaza mission, like the equivalent of what I had before. So, let's see. Not control range. Okay, so this is interesting. So Taghaza and Tuat are in my control range, which appears to be 650. But Sigil Massa is beyond it. But it actually doesn't matter because it needs to also be coastal, adjacent, or adjacent to something in the treaty. Okay. Alright, so here's the plan. Let's make Taudin and Taghaza tributaries. That's about a gold per month from those guys. And Sigil Massa, out of an abundance of caution, I think I'm going to make them a tribal vassal. Well... do I have any tribal vassals currently? I think Nyara's a feudatory, aren't they? Yeah. I don't have the tribal vassal bonus yet, so I actually would benefit from the tribal vassal bonus. 4% national tribesman happiness. Yeah. If it was feudatory, I'd be confident the subject would count. I think tribal vassal should count. I'm not sure about tributary, but I think tribal vassal should count. Otherwise, actually, hold on. It must count. At least tribal vassal must count, because the mission wouldn't make sense to code if only feudatory worked for vassalized Sigil Massa, which is not possible in this game. Unless I have like a mod conflict. I don't think I do though. Let's go with this deal. We'll take them as a tribal vassal. Which, incidentally, so of course the tributaries, I'll just show you again the modifiers. So 0.42 from the two tributaries, I'll protect them from attack, and they have limited diplomacy. For Sigil Massa, 2 manpower per month as payment from them. I protect them from attack, they have limited diplomacy. I get 4% national tribesman happiness, and they get some really big country civ level bonuses, and they like me a little bit more. Okay, let's go with this deal. Not quite what I was hoping for, but this will work for my goals here. And I mean, it's a victory in the war, which is not something I came into this being confident I would even get. Okay. And as a tribal vassal, will they actually extend my dip range? I don't think they do. I don't think... do feudatories extend it? I don't think so. We're going to find out in just a moment here. Alright. The Numidian city-state accepts our generous peace offer. Alright. Lower the levy. You guys deserve 1 year, 9 months. That's a steal at this, given what I just made them do. And we can lower these mercs. Thanks for your service. Good luck making it back across that desert, but you've done your job. All right, now the magic moment. Has my dip rep been extended? Expanded. Okay, it's not been expanded. That's fine. Actually, has it been? No, it's not been. Okay. Now, I don't know if this will... Why is this not displaying a modifier now? That's interesting. Huh? Secure Tagazo. What is Secure Tagazo? Cannot be hold on. Tagaza is this area over here. Did I break the mission structure? So this is no longer allowed because I secured Tagaza, which I guess the idea with the mission is that you get the Tagaza expansion mission first and then Sigil Masa. Well, the mission is thoroughly broken. I can't actually proceed. I don't own it directly, nor can I. Actually, can I? No, I'm not going to load the range. You're too far away. Okay. That is frustrating. Yeah, the Tagaza mission, which I didn't even have access to before, has been like bypassed. But the way that this works is it treats it as though I've done the mission already. I'm actually not sure why this can't be completed before. Or hold on, wait. Yeah, there's something in the code that's screwed up here because the mission code seems to think I should have Secure Tagaza done. I'm not sure why there's a check for that in the code partially into the mission, like this objective, as you saw a moment ago, was doable. And if I had known that this would happen, I would have done things in a different order. Like, the objective was doable before I hit the peace deal button, because now I have these guys as subjects. So that's just bad. That's really frustrating. This has broken the mission completely. I have to abandon this mission and figure out a way to get back and do it again. I have no other way to annex Sigil Masa except through this mission. So I think what I need to do is I need to abort this mission's completely blocked off for me now. The code is all confused because it thinks that I need to do the Secure Tagaza mission, like the objective Secure Tagaza, which is not in this mission. It's in another mission that I don't have access to. So unfortunately, I have to abandon this mission and come back to it later. I mean, here's the thing, right? Missing out on the dip range is frustrating, but I have secured Sigil Masa, at least for now. And if I can come back, so what I need to do is actually, hold on. Here's another question. Is the Secure Tagaza check in the code based on having these guys as tributaries, let's have them as subjects? It might be. And so if I actually revoked their tributary status... Oh, hold on, I can't do it when there's a truce. Oh, man. Do I wait 4 years to then, or not even 4.5 years, to cancel tributary status in case it results in the mission working again? Because what I think is going on is that there's a Tagaza mission, which I have not seen, right? It's in one of these expand missions. And this mission is, for some reason, coded to disallow if I've not completed the Secure Tagaza objective, which would have been up here in the other mission. Even though, having made these guys my subjects, it's as if you'd think that what that objective would want is to make these guys subjects or to annex them. So it's just not clear at all what's happening. All right, let me wait a second and see what happens after maybe a monthly tick, because maybe things are just like kind of screwed up temporarily. All right, just the Bard situation, like 500 left, 500 over there. Oh, okay. Back in business. All right, so I just needed a day to go by. So the mission just kind of lost its mind and started to rave about needing some objective. Okay, so we're in the clear. I can, in fact, bribe local leader. Holy moly, let's get that going immediately. Okay, so I remain a little suspicious that these missions have some coding problems, but this worked after a daily tick. So, all right, classical rework. I managed to avoid a huge problem with you here. Okay, so we're gonna wait a year for that. I should then be able to do this after that. Okay, so, whew, all right. I as you can see, like every time a new thing happens, I take like 5 to 10 minutes to like work through in my mind like the game plan for what to do to like work around it. So that's why this campaign is so slow paced. I'm gonna need some coffee after that one. Give me a second here. Hold on. You know that a war and a misadventure campaign is really pushing my limits when I have to go on the wiki twice during the war to confirm how mechanics work. What do I have, 1,000 hours in this game? You think I know by now. Alright, moving on. Incidentally, has the dim range actually expanded? No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, Besatis is the real prize. I really want to reach them, and Carthage as well. Lots of trade goods for me at that point. Okay. Let's proceed on speed 3. We're up to almost 15 gold per month now. That's pretty good. Now I wish I would have been able to know if I could have made them a tributary. That would have been another half a gold, but I'll take the manpower, honestly. That's not so bad. Investment in Timbuktu. Ooh, okay. This is interesting. Trads are pushing the investment right now. I was saving up PI to do it myself, but I guess they are very impatient. That's a very quick push from them. The Trads have used their time in control of the Timbuktuian assembly to demand investment in part of our country, specifically the province of Timbuktu. Such investment would be a boon to its people as well as the landowners, though it would limit our ability to pursue other goals in the near future. The matter rests with our Atacon, who has the final say. By the way, what's going on with the PI up here? Oh, disloyal co-ruler. That's not going to work. Let me actually attend to you in a moment. Okay, I'm definitely not going to lose... Well, hold on. Do I actually lose this? I mean, this is basically 8 months of trad approval gain that I lose because it goes down to 0. And I lose some popularity, which isn't great. Or, I guess this does get the agenda achieved. And this is a forced investment I would have done anyways. So this is just going to put me in the negatives on PI, which is actually okay right now. It's not a bad cause. And this should also help my economy very slightly. It did put me into the 15 range. Very good. Now we don't have some negative PI. Not great, but we can improve things a little bit here. Free hands might be necessary. She's so corrupt. This is so absurd. So much corruption. Can I sanction her? I can't sanction a crafty character. Crafty disallowing sanctions, by the way, is brutal. This is probably one of my least favorite character interaction trait dynamics. You can't sanction a craft. Like, why can't you sanction a crafty character? Like, what's the reason for that? I can't think of a reason. Maybe they just are able to get away from it somehow, but I don't know. All right. Free hands is so much corruption, but the loyalty, okay, so let's figure this out. Is the ruler corruption measuring just the ruler or the two rulers collectively the way that popularity is measured? We'll see. We'll see. Okay, disloyal co-ruler is gone now. That's good. That's what really matters. All right. Incidentally, our next expected Otacons, I think I mentioned this earlier. Yeah, I did. It's Jaburu with his bald head and Senpoka the shield coming in. This is actually kind of an interesting duo. Now, Jaburu, on top of losing his hair, lost all of his stats, which matters a bit more. 4117. That's pretty bad. But Senpoko coming back, 8693. That's pretty good. Perhaps I could, as I did when playing as Senpoko, perhaps I could do what she did to Jiru's former co-Otacon, who was the main Otacon, our first Otacon. I think Wati Chilabelli was the name of that guy. I can't recall. I've had so many Otacons now I get all their names mixed up. I know Adabanu was the second Otacon that we had. So if I could kill Jaruru, that would definitely remove him with his crazy, weird Democrat conviction situation from the line of succession. Is this available? Oh, this is interesting. He's rivaled a Merc leader? What? What is he doing? He's 4 of 2 rivals. What is happening here? How and why did he rival a mercenary leader? Okay, well, this guy does not have a lot of friends. So I could rival him. How many rivals do I currently have? I have 2 of 4. I got plenty of room here. It might not be the worst idea. This guy's unlikely to lose all of his support otherwise. What's the problem here? So he has uniform... So the Democrats just don't have any... Oh, he's the leader, that's why. Yeah. They're all rallying behind the leader. I guess that makes sense. The problem is, will his loyalty affect the party approval situation? I don't think so. Party should be okay, even if he is a rival. So let me go ahead and set this up. What are we looking at now? He's still loyal enough. Okay, we're fine. But then I have to actually like plan the assassination. With the first Otacon character, it was like a target of opportunity thing where he was accused of a crime and I was able to imprison him. Oh, it's not the primary. Oh, that's right. I can't imprison him. I'd have to actually kill him with it, and then I'd be off of scheme influence. Can I survive 5 years with this guy as the Otacon? Probably, but I really would prefer not. Like, no marshal, so I don't want to go to war. 1 finesse is pretty bad. And again, like, his co-Otacon is really, really promising. I could smear him to damage his... What's his popularity? Like, he's pretty popular. Let me first try to... Let me do some soft power before I pull the blades out. You know, I could also start trying to assassinate him and then try to get rid of him peacefully otherwise, because I don't see him being overtaken as the party leader. I think this guy's the party leader for a while to come, so I need to get rid of him. I care more about, like, I don't actually care about him being alive or dead. I care about him being the next expected Otacon over the much better Sanpoko. And in fact, a lot of other characters are better than him. 7 tyranny is so extreme, and 7 AE isn't great either. Can I even do this in the next? I mean, I've got basically 4.5 years. I probably have enough time. I don't remember. I don't assassinate that often in this game. Actually, here's another question. Shady Connections is right there. I'm so close. I'm not gonna have time to do it getting Shady Connections first, but God, this is frustrating. 7 tyranny is so much tyranny, though. That is, let's see, 28 months of tyranny, which is, let's see, 28, so that's 12, 24. It's like 2 and a bit years of tyranny. I think it's probably, but then will I succeed? For the good of the Republic, I think I may need to. He's in perfect health. Yeah, this guy has just been a blight on my campaign so far. Like, multiple times he's shown up in the succession, like, 2 characters, and I've freaked out that it's not gone to him. Maybe I get rid of him through smearing, but the problem is, as the Democrat leader, he has so much support. Or, hold on, the other thing I could do is I could find another Democrat to, like, prop up as the better Democrat to, like, overtake him, but... Because I just need the Democrats to split their vote, and then the other parties end up bringing in Sanpoko. So, alright. We're gonna assassinate this guy. 60% success chance so far, okay. How long will this take? Probably a long time. Alright, let's just see what we can do here. It's so painful, but I'm not selling off nobles anymore. I should be able to lose tyranny eventually over time, as long as I stop acting like myself, which is not happening. But okay, by the way, okay, Democrats are really happy right now. So's everyone, actually. Okay, we're looking good. I don't need to do any confiscation quite yet. Let's proceed. We're at 4.8k manpower max. We're looking at levy size 10 and 2. Okay. We have a supply train now in the Ghana levy. That's great. Any new routes? No. Okay. How are we looking on the score front, by the way? We are number 9 in the world, above Egypt. That is a little surprising. I guess Egypt's not that happy. They probably have a lot of... Yeah, probably have cultural... Yeah, because in this mod, which is accurate, there's a different Egyptian culture than the Nubian culture, which is definitely accurate to this time period of Egypt. But it kind of recreates the vanilla dynamic of there being... Actually, it's a bit less punishing, because in vanilla, most of Egypt is not Macedonian, which is the culture of the Egyptian tag. So, yeah. Anyways. Okay, here come our levies. Our tributary and vassals levies coming down. Alright, 15 per month is pretty good. I'm happy with that. And I think I might... no. It's only 2. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. Let's not go crazy here. Alright, that should be the end of the barbs in the south. They are gone. Very good. We need to give our nation some time to heal after everything that just went on. Okay, this is progressing. So far, so good. Can I, like... I guess, like, compared to, like, CK3, the plot structure is not that complicated. I guess it just, like, has a chance of succeeding or not. So... I guess on the plus side, if this guy becomes the Adcon, any loyalty problems he got from being the victim of an assassination attempt are removed, because he then becomes the leader of the country. So, yeah, interesting stuff. Can't do too much without PI, so I just wait around. What? Pardon me? I guess the mission added secure... This is very weird. I've never seen a mission restructure itself like this mid-campaign. Very weird. Okay, well this now reveals the bypassed secure Talkaza. I guess the mission... Maybe this is... You know what? I'm going to give the mod authors... Or author singular? I don't know, actually. The creator of this mod, whether singular or plural, some credit. This may have been a clever bit of mission design where there's multiple opening missions based on the different ways north, because we went the way that was more west, and then there's this eastern way. And because in this war I happened to get the eastern territory as well in a way the mission wasn't anticipating, it then got confused and thought I was going the other way, so it's now bypassed it correctly. Did I get the modifier over here because of that? No, I didn't. I also don't own the territory directly, so this is what it is. I guess because of this, so the Secure Talkaza is an objective in this mission, which means a mission to get this territory in like the expand mission sense, where I can get it directly, may not be off the table now, which is, I was worried this would lock me out from getting these territories in the future through a conquest of some sort. Or I guess I might be able to vassalize them through this system, because I have them as tributaries. We shall see, I guess. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. What's the barb power out here? It's growing. Raise 1 cohort, that's fine. Alright, so far so good. How is my administration looking? Alright, Songhae is having some trouble, or Diaphanu, I should say, is having some trouble. What's the problem? Kaga. Well, yeah, I guess that's fair. Alright, that's sustainable for now. Everything else is looking great. This is fine. Actually, this should be on assimilation, but I have no PI, so... Also 5k manpower max, very good. Alright. Okay, 16th of March. It's been a very eventful opening of the episode. A petitioner approaches a senior citizen by the name of Takuma Sankara the Pupil. Senior citizen? Alright, Kaba. Hope he didn't say that out loud. In a hushed voice, he spoke of a vision of the near future in which he was found by his loved ones, having been murdered by a slavering maniac. It'd be funny if this mission targeted my rival I'm trying to assassinate, Jaruru, because he... Anyways, with shaking hands, he offered all his worldly goods to the state in return for protection. Okay, so I could gain 39 gold, which at the moment is worth about a little over 2 months, maybe 2.5 months of income, or 3 stability. No need to even really think about this one too hard. 3 stability is much, much better. 70 stability, that's what I like to see. This, I think, does this help my tyranny loss? Does not, okay. That's fair. Okay, these missions have been giving me heartburn, but it's really cool. Like, I really like the idea of these missions a lot, and I think that this is, like, impressive, you know, for a mod like this, to add this territory and then to interact with it in this interesting way through the missions. It's a bit glitchy, and it's not, like, finished, it seems. Like, there's a lot of parts that are missing and not localized, but so far, it's, like, it's worked in the end. Like, so I've not encountered a campaign-ruining, like, mission problem so far. And I was wondering, like, how am I going to get north? Like, I can't colonize the land, you know, it's impassable terrain. But so far it's working, you know. So far it really has not been too bad. Okay, I think we're on track here. Now, hold on, can I invite his, like, rivals? He has a lot of rivals. No, cannot. That'd be cool if I could do that. I could smear him, but I don't think it's going to be very helpful. Also, it pays tyranny, or it costs tyranny, I should say. So let's not do that too flippantly. Alright, I still have claims on these guys that I vassalize. I don't have claims on these guys right now. I'd have to do the mission for that. I can actually reach these guys here through just taking territory through colonization. Accident in Kuakuru, which is here. But this is a gold forest with a bunch of slaves. We have been told of a major industrial accident at the extensive works in the vicinity of Kurakuru in Yene. Precious metals is the main export of the city, and it seems the knuckleheads in charge of the site allowed parts of the structural supports to fall into neglect as they tried to keep up with high demand. A huge collapse all but wiped out the working shift of slaves, and the owners have come groveling to the provincial authorities for compensation to help the re-establishing production. The slaves themselves are none too happy with the loss of their family and friends and are naturally cagey about returning to work in such conditions. Without significant repairs, there is no way production can be maintained at anywhere near the previous levels, and the slaves are bound to cause problems without a show of goodwill. Okay, so I can gain popularity, which isn't the worst idea right now. I do have some popularity problems. It is trending down, and my popularity on average is not very impressive between the two of them. Yeah, 11 popularity for her. 79 gold is fine right now. Gene, province of Gene likes this, so that's pretty good. I could gain, and this also gives me loyalty with the governor. I could just gain a little bit of loyalty. I spend half the money. The citizens are happy and the slaves are way less happy. This is probably not worth it. I could do nothing, and the tile gains 10 years of big slave modifiers, which is actually going to be important for a gold tile, so I probably shouldn't do this. Or, because I'm a good person, I could spend 5 popularity. The governor loses 15 loyalty. That's 60 loyalty then. So 3 tyranny, 55 gold. The slaves gain happiness. Why would I ever do this? Like, what? I guess for slave happiness, that's the only bonus of this. This is like, normally these extra options are better, but this is a pretty bad option. I think we're going to go ahead and just do the normal compensation thing. We can pay for it. That's completely fine. I don't want this this very important gold tile to lose its surplus modifiers. Alright, 16th of March is when this will allegedly finish. We shall see exactly what happens. Sigil Masa joins us. Our envoy returns with tales of success. The small settlement of Sigil Masa has agreed to become our vassal peacefully. Truly, this is a joyous... Okay, they become a feudatory now. Okay. Interesting. Are they actually a feudatory? They... Maybe after a day? Okay. Will this... Okay, rather than taking direct control ourselves... Alright, hold on, let me wait for the monthly tick. I'm now suspicious that things are, like, delayed, so... Let's wait for the monthly tick and verify that they have not become a feudatory. If they become a feudatory, problem solved. I can just integrate them if I can't get them in any other way. Okay. They are a tribal vassal, which makes sense. Maybe it, like, tries to make them a feudatory, but if they're already a tribal vassal, it doesn't, like, override it. Okay, vassalize Sigil Masa. Rather than taking direct control ourselves, we just need to ensure the local power is loyal to us. All right, let me first verify I want to do this. Yeah, I need to do it like this. Did this let me... I guess it did not. Okay. I thought this would make them my vassal. It didn't do that. Okay, problem rediscovered. The wording of these missions really could be a bit more clear. So now we have tribal vassal Sigil Masa. I thought what this would do is, like, okay, just to be thorough, let's wait for the tick and verify what's going on here. As a tribal vassal, I can't integrate them. The whole point of all this was to get them as a feudatory or to annex them directly. So let's wait for the tick and verify what exactly we're dealing with here. Okay, they're a tribal vassal. I can't do any more of this mission now. Okay, complete. Okay, let's... Toddler's up here. Oh, okay, hold on. There's no one in Toddler. Unless it means... Unless I can create territory, because one of the Sigil Masa missions was, like, colonize Sigil Masa if no one's there. There's no one in Toddler. But maybe that's okay. Where's this? Sadrata. Where's Sadrata? Okay, Sadrata's out here. Okay, I bet Sadrata and this one over here I can, like, colonize through the mission. Okay, might be okay. Now, I would still prefer Sigil Masa to be annexed directly by me. I can just come back to them from the north if I get territory. Like, this enables the next mission. So again, I don't know, like, how the missions are structured mission to mission, so I'm just sort of figuring out as I go here. So invade Toddler is probably the way to go. And if it's like the Sigil Masa mission, I should be able to get, like, a colony in this province. There's no one else in the province, right? It's near Mauritania, but Mauritania doesn't have a presence in the province, unless it targets Mauritania. I mean, that's fine, though, because, like, if I get a way to attack Mauritania, and I can, like, annex them or make them a feudatory, that's all that, like, I just need the dip range from that. So let's tentatively select Invade Toddler. I was hoping to switch back over to Matter of Jollof, but that's waiting in the wings. These desert missions are expanding our sphere of influence pretty broadly across the northern parts of Africa through the Sahara, so I think this is worth it. Okay. Let's see. Own Sigil Masa. Okay, we've discovered a problem. I don't own Sigil Masa. Okay. Could I sell Sigil Masa territory next to me and then I border them? Could that be... Is that possible? couldn't take the like it would count the territory as separate still. Okay, we're gonna wait for the tick to verify that that mission works like that. All right, these Sahara missions are. I keep going back and forth on thinking that they're like actually like fine, and I'm just overreacting to being bamboozled by the way they work. All I want is a piece of territory in the north. That's like I've done multiple steps to try to just make that one thing happen. Maybe I go the other way with the Sadrada mission, because I'm pretty sure it will let me... Oh, unruly subject. Under the guidance of Takfarinus Kenamid, Sigil Masa has started questioning her leadership, and they've grown unruly. Now they have officially grown hostile to her rule and start to ask for their and other subject leaders to cut the bonds to Timbuktu. Okay, sure. Traitor. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, here's the question. No, I know the answer to the question. If Sigil Masa declares war on me, like an independence war, in the peace deal, I could make them a tribal vassal again, or tributary, but I couldn't annex them, they're too far away. I think, unfortunately, because this expects me to own Sigil Masa directly, which I don't, I need to abort this mission as well, 20 years, and do the Sadrada mission. Like, if I can get Sadrada as a tile under my direct control, that gets me closer to probably doing a mission for Gadamis. There's no one here. I can't think of any reason that these missions would be, like, bugged and not work correctly. Unless they're looking for me to own this directly, in which case that would be a reason they'd be bugged and not working correctly. Let's roll the dice with this. Expand into Sadrada. Take control of the Sahara region of Sadrada, either through diplomacy, colonization, or conquest. Oh my god. Life is pain. Life is pain. Alright. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. So. I have not seen a mission to take this territory, and maybe because they're my tributaries, it's not possible to get that mission because they're considered my subjects. I think what I'm going to do is... I think getting these guys in the war threw off the way these missions are coded, and I kind of, like, sequence broke them. What I'm going to do is, once I'm allowed to, because the truces are up, I'm going to diplomatically break my relationships with these 3 tags and wait for the missions to come back. I think my only hope to kind of reset these missions is to just start from scratch again. That's a huge bummer, because I put a lot of work into getting this war to succeed, as you saw. But at the end of the day, I'm playing this campaign for the long run. I'm not going to give up just because these missions are buggy. I'm going to break these relationships, which is going to be possible at the end of this episode, and basically wait for the missions to regenerate and then start again. At this point, I can't progress through the desert missions because I've sequence broke, and it thinks I should have territory directly that I can't have directly. So I need to basically leave it alone. I'll enjoy a couple years of a little bit of extra manpower and extra gold from them. I'll break the relationships diplomatically, come back for them in a couple decades. In the meantime, I've got more of West Africa to take care of. So let's not get disheartened. These are modded missions. They're structured in a weird way that I'm not, like, predicting correctly. And I think my clever plan to get all of this in one go broke the mission. So it's okay. These missions will come back. As you saw, there's a cooldown, and the cooldown is pretty long. For one of them is 20 years. But the other missions, I think, should appear in the mission tree eventually. I have no other way to fight these guys unless they attack me. So maybe they'll attack me in the interim. It's possible. But for now, matter of Jolof. Our fortunes await in foreign lands. The Jolof region has been considered part of our borders, yet much of it remains beyond our control. Make sure that it is brought under our influence one way or another. It is a bit more familiar. Consult the assembly. This will give us claims on Bakunu, Takrur, and Sila, which are Bakunu. Sila's up here. Takrur, where's that? Oh, it's up here. Okay. Odd. And then defend Mema. I don't have... Do I have... No, I do have Mema territory. I have a little bit of Mema territory. 3 forts for this? I don't know about that. Okay. And we can, of course, expand through our feudatory Diada over here. Wow, the Diada and Revolt is still going on. Oh my gosh, okay. Alright, messy mission shenanigans, but we have a plan. We're going to let the missions recover and just sort of try to start again. We have Titchit and we have Adrar fully secured. Really what we need to do is reattempt the Sigil Masa mission. Now, here's the issue though I just thought about. I've got the claims already. And will that prevent the missions from spawning? I'm worried about that. Because I'm in a tough spot here because the mission won't expect me to have the claim, but I can only get the territory through the mission. I can't get the territory under normal means otherwise. I'm going to have to wait and see how that works. Again, I'd really like this territory directly. That's going to make my life much easier later on, but we'll have to kind of just see what happens to some extent. I don't know anymore how I can work around these broken missions and make it all work. So let's just proceed. Also, what are we looking at? 60%. That's not that great, but at least it's better than 50% or lower. So I'll just have to hope for the best here. Yeah. Wait a year for the council to be consulted. I guess if these guys declare on me, okay, are you allowed in the base game to, hold on. Okay, we can reach down here now, that's nice. Very good. Oh, hold on, this is, yeah, this is a new province of Jene, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay for now. What are we looking at? This could be on, cultural conversion, but I don't have the PI, as usual. No PI for me. All right. I could do one Democrat, or I could do one confiscation. It would now not be inefficient. But let me wait a little bit longer. See if the Democrats lose a bit more. Okay, Giroux is losing his support a little bit. Yeah, more Democrats are voting for other people. Although he has a couple trad supporters as well. Not ideal. Hope for the best here. We'll see. I'm losing a lot of PI from not doing scheme influence, but it's gotta be done. Gotta give it a try. Whatever I can do here. I have one more building slot now in Timbuktu. Library here would be pretty valuable. 0.53 research just from this one library. I think I'd probably do, well, marketplace could be good as well, though base trade routes is not going to matter that much without more resources. Aqueduct's not necessary quite yet, although we're actually getting there. What does Metropolis need in the base game? 80 population, that's right. Okay. Tax office would be, that'd be pretty valuable around here. But I do think, and manpower would be pretty valuable too. Yeah, plus 10 from that, allegedly. That's quite a bit. But I think another library is the way to go. We also have some build cost reduction bonuses right now. Let's get a library going in Timbuktu. Any other building slots? Oh. I should build a fort in Tiabua at some point, but again, I think it's fairly safe out here. No nearby barb spawns, and they have to get by multiple forts to get to it. Alright. City would require 50 PI. That's a ways away. Ugh, alright. Probably can't do that much slave micro either, because I haven't really captured that many people recently. Well, I've got a couple lingering around. All right, let's see if I can squeeze out one more surplus resource around here. Gold-wise, I think we're pretty much good to go. Yeah, we are. Okay. Where do I have? I think I have a farm around here, don't I? I have a farm up here. Extra copy of grain. Yeah, okay, 12. I can do that. That's 10. All right. I probably can't get surplus vegetables to make this cheaper. We got plenty of money. And then down here, there's a farm down here actually too, but we'll attend to that in a moment. The farm up here. Oh, there's so many farms around here. Let me move. I have more slaves over here. Let me move slaves in from... let me move them to the base metal spot, actually. Probably a bunch in Timbuktu. Oh, yeah. How much do I need here? 18 slave pops. It's not coming. Yeah, it produces 2 anyways. I could move more slave pops in to get more metal, but then they would promote, and I don't want to de-promote them. Or I don't want to disallow promotion. Let me move the slaves out. Actually, how much promotion do I still have here? I actually still have more ratio, incredibly. So let me leave a few slaves. I can take a couple out. Move them to Kuga. Let me maybe move 4 slaves out from Timbuktu. Alright, and then I can move maybe a couple more from a couple miscellaneous spots. Alright, now move all the slaves into here, which does require... oh my gosh, requires... oh, hold on, this doesn't have a farm, this has a provincial legation. You know, let me build a farm here instead. So -5, that'll be 12. Yeah, let me reinvest my money. I'm making so much money right now, I need to reinvest it. And I've got good economic modifiers right now. Alright, so it'll be 12 once this is done. So let me move over from Koga. Okay, and then let me just move over everybody else from Koga to then move elsewhere. Esakane does not need all these slaves. I'm not getting elephant surplus, as much as that would be cool. Alright, now I need 12 here. So I now need to move over 6 from Sumpi. 6, alright, that's surplus. And then I should be able to move through the province, the rest down here. I'm gonna need 9. Then we'll leave it at 13 just to be safe. Oh, I can colonize now. Where am I colonizing? Ah, okay. Let me connect the 2 sections of the province together. That's probably a good idea. Very nice. What do we have here? Wild game. Okay. Where was I? I need 6 more. I move them over from the place I just got. I don't want to move from either of these places. All right, I need a little bit more. I just need 3 more. Oh, and I just need 1 more. Okay. Well, in that case, let me move over the vegetable slave. Okay, that's so that should now be with this slave micro, 2 extra copies of wheat and 1 more copy of vegetables after the farm is done. But I can push this further. I have a couple spots that had farms already that I was saving for just such an occasion. Let's see. Hold on. Oh yeah, there it shows it. Okay, so Bad and Kano have farms as well. Okay, Bad would be vegetable, Kano would be wheat. Kano has a couple slaves already. I just need 10 here. I got plenty of slaves around here. Let's move them in. Make sure that Teraku does not have a mine. It does not. Wheat does sell for a little bit, and people are buying my exports at the moment, so this is worthwhile. Okay, that's double wheat. And then Bad. What are we going to need up here? Only 10, okay. That's pretty good. Let's see who we can squeeze in here. Not from Mata, which requires 10. Yeah, I can't move any slaves out. guess from Timbuktu I can maybe move a couple. Let me move slaves up from these southern areas. Move them into Timbuktu. So let me move them here. Okay, let's move 2, 3, 4. Move them from Houndu. Actually, Houndu is a grain location. Although it's not going to be it will be a city. It's currently not a city. I want to make it a city later. This won't be a slave center for a long time. For much longer. Or for like the rest of the game, I should say. It will eventually be a city with a proper population. Okay, what am I doing? Move from Houndu. And then there. Move here. From Tiabu. Alright, there's my surplus. Also, let me make sure I'm disallowing promotion in all of the spots that have farms. And then, Ghana? No. Where's my farm location? Here it is. Okay. Perfect. And then, down here, I have enough for one more farm construction. What do we have? Base metals would be pretty good. It's the rest of our money. I'm gonna go livestock. Let me get a livestock farm down here. That's the rest of my money. Alright. And after the tick, everyone should want to trade with me. Alright, we've reinvested our money completely. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Trade with people far away. You're too close. Niata, I'll trade with always because they're my vassal. We are at 15.04. Let's see how things climb in the next couple of months. Okay, that was not so much of a climb, but we are moving in a direction, at least. Maybe my AE is scaring people. We'll see what they think. Oh my god. One martial barb stack coming in. What are you looking at here? Godala megalithic. Okay, I don't know how you got down here, but you're a little out of your normal area. 8 days away from the levy. Maybe I raise my army and just fight the barbs. I don't really want to pay. In fact, I can't really pay. Well, hold on. Can I pay? 138. That's a lot of money. I got a lot of manpower. Alright, you know what? I'm not gonna stand for this. Increase the pay. Just hold down the fort up here for just a moment. Trade routes. I could internally trade my grain. I guess that's the problem, is people aren't buying my grain for some reason. I guess for now I will buy my own grain, so someone's buying it, but people just aren't buying grain, which is weird. You think the AI would focus on grain and food. Alright, let's raise them in Esakane. This should be completely fine. Do I wait for the tick? Probably should wait for the tick. Organize. Make sure we've got the light infantry in the front, heavy infantry in the back, light cav on the side. That looks good. Alright. Okay, in we go. These guys will sack Kolima. That's a shame. Not too much going on here, but hopefully they don't depopulate it. They're probably going to add one population. Okay. They added one population. That's fine. This should be pretty fine. They do have... Yeah, they lost 500 men from doing that. Obviously, they're a little stronger numbers-wise, but we are much, much stronger martial-wise, and our units are higher quality than they. Like, barb units are actually a little worse than, like, a normal civilization's equivalent units, typing-wise. Shouldn't be a problem. Here we go. Battle of Kolyma. Completely fine, as expected. Run off. I'm going to chase them down, try to wipe them out. After letting my land be ransacked by barbs for so long, because I was off in the desert, failing to conquer anything, it's going to be satisfying to actually, like, yeah, stack white barbs. Very nice. Barbs defeated. We got 1.41 gold. Wow. We also got 2 pops that were distributed as slaves to the Shadow Realm, apparently. Nowhere to be seen. Alright. Down you go. What are we looking at? 6 months just for that. Alright. I'm not going to complain. You know, I may have... probably should have kept my army raised, because I'm going to get the claims in a moment here. I'll just raise them when they're ready to raise. It's fine. No need to rush. Also lower my maintenance again. Okay. I'm annoyed about the mission thing, but at the end of the day, I was overextending myself a little bit to go this far north, and so far the AI, like, in this area just doesn't have that much to trade with me anyways. Let me continue consolidating my power in West Africa. We've got a lot of territory around us, so we can continue to conquer, and, really. Oh, you are out of your mind. 5? That's it? I've seen smaller barb stacks before, but this is always pretty funny when you see it. Alright, well, they're not going to do much sieging like that, so... Not too concerned, honestly. I'll let them try. Not going to get very far. Timbuktu library is done. Very nice. That should be all of my slots filled up. And... we are still not quite at 125, so that's good. We got a little bit of room to grow still. Looking at October of next year now. That's great. How's my plot going, by the way? Almost there. In fact, it... Oh! Assassination successful. Holy crap. Alright, we've just been informed that Condal and Levy was found... Pardon me? That's not my target. Hold on. Is it just like... Is it just displaying the rival? Giroux is here in the... Okay, you know what? Let me read the event, then we'll see what's going on. The investigators have reported that a length of chain was used in the crime, a device known to be favored by Kappa Suwati. However, we have no hard evidence linking to the crime. Okay, it does target Giroux. Okay. Whew. The event was just, for some reason, displaying the identity of a different rival. I was about to say, did I click on the wrong person? No. Okay, Giroux Chialabelli was assassinated at home at the age of 52. He was the Democrat Party leader and was likely the next Archon and a friend of the governor of Sahara Occidentalis and a rival of the Archon of Timbuktu, surely unrelated to how he died. Member of the Chialabelli family. Died on April 1st, 182. There we go. Okay. All right, that is a certified election shakeup right there. Now, Sigeri Suwati, who is actually even better than Kondolan, who's now disappeared. And oddly enough, Kaya Suwati is the expected co-Alcon. That's interesting. 8-9-11-3 is the exact kind of stats that I just committed murder to get secured for the nation here. The things I do for the Republic. So Sigeri is now the Democrat leader, so that's why he is so supported. All the Dems are throwing their weight behind him because their former leader has mysteriously, unexplainably died from, what is it, like a chain, a link of chain? The signature weapon of Kaaba, of course, everyone knows. All right, so we're going to keep our high. So I guess the first thing to figure out is, do I want this guy to be the Archon? And I think I do. We're going to have a Democratic Archon, which is fine. Especially if they keep on confiscation. They don't want me to do lower term limits. That's okay. Democrats in charge mean more citizen output, which will help with my research and other things as well. This guy is pretty good. 8-9-11-3. What's his health like? He's pretty healthy. Okay. He's free hands right now because he's the censor. That's right. Kaya Suwadi is interesting. I don't know why she has a lot of support. She wouldn't actually provide... Okay, she provides some zeal. That's basically it. That's okay, honestly. Do I push for some other person? The thing is, I don't know who the other... Oh, you know what's interesting here is that the trads are actually split. Half of them, actually more than half of them, don't support her. But she has some support from the Dems and one opportunistic oligarch supporting her too. Okay, this may change. This is so much lower that this guy's likely to stay in his position here, but she may get cycled out. I hope she does. She's not providing anything except for moderate zeal, and that's the only weakness of Sagiri. But I think it's time. Sagiri's been a recurring character so far. I think it's time for him to take the spot, honestly. Okay. Anyways. Alright, let me go back over and now Scheme Influence. Back above 2 at long last. Holy moly. 2.23. That's what I like to see. Alright, and now having done that, I could change this policy, but it's only one tile. Probably not worth it. Let's do a quick culture check and see how things are looking, because we're midway through the term here. Let's see. Okay, this should stay on state religion. Kura should probably be on... Yeah, I have enough Kura territory. I think I'm ready to switch it over to assimilation. That's all my PI right there. Adrar is ready to go off of harsh treatment. Probably onto assimilate. Probably on a conversion, actually. It's only one. Actually, no, it's 4 tiles. So yeah. Mema. I own a very weird portion of it, but I do have a number of territories here. This place should probably be on assimilation as well. Got to grow the population somehow. And then Kulima. I don't own that much of it, but I do have a couple territories. Kulima should probably be on assimilation as well. Titchit needs to... Yeah, this needs to stay on harsh treatment. Yatenga, which I just got territory in, isn't large enough to be worth it. So, okay, you have a lay of the land figured out here. All right. Oh, hold on. I did not notice this. I wish I got a pop-up for this one. Okay, paying this guy off would be extremely funny. He asked for a lot, though. 87. Okay. I got my fort fully paid for. He can't siege this fort. He doesn't have the strength to siege it. And I guess he'll add a population. You know what, actually, this might be okay. He'll add 1 population here. I hope. If I pay him off, he's going to be in for the walk of his life to go somewhere. It'd be funny if he went north. But I don't really want to pay him. Let me wait. Actually, I could... No, the Jedi Levy would be enough. Actually, it would be after he finishes the siege. Let me just wait. This isn't a priority. Because I have the fort here, he actually can't proceed any further. He doesn't have the strength to siege the fort. He'll be at 500, and he might die of attrition eventually. Yeah, he's going to run out of food in his army and die of attrition eventually. So let's just leave him to it. He'll add 1 population to Ijil. That's fine. Yeah, in fact, that is in fact what he did. Although making this culturally assimilated now will be even more important, because this guy and his army are Godala megalithics, for what that's worth. Okay, 1st of June, we'll be getting our claims, and we'll go to war. I could also... Do I want to integrate Niata? No, I think I want to feed them land. Well, actually, do I even need to feed them land? I don't know if I need to. I may slow down integration as well. I don't really have AE problems around here. In the last, 15 years, I've been so focused on these weird desert campaigns that I don't really have that much AE, given how aggressive I am. Maybe I focus on getting Niata up so I can then integrate them. And I just take... Well, I probably need to feed them land because I don't border anything. So let me hold off on making any big plans right now. I can always integrate them later. I can probably integrate them as soon as I have enough opinion with me. All right, let me start boosting opinion with them now, because integration will take some time anyways. All right, here comes the claims. Here we go. There it is, the assembly speaks. Rework and debate have raged for a full year. Notice I did not get any single events for this one. Apparently I'm going to be protecting the weak of Zholov, which is honestly fine by me. Okay. Into Zholov requires the Silla province, which I'm not going to be able to reach. Making gains requires the one on the coast, which I can't reach. This one requires stuff that I can reach. Okay. Alright. This guy brings in... So this is Bakunu. They are going to have 2 to 3 units. They're going to bring in Dialara, who are going to be a bit larger. That's probably maybe 3 or 4 units. Sometimes I overestimate this stuff, but better safe than sorry, I suppose. That's a nice big chunk of territory. In fact, that's most of Bakunu right there. Then I have to fight Diata, who are, of course, still in their revolt war. Actually, that may make them kind of an easy target. They're allied with Bema, and they bring in Bema. Bema is being destroyed by a barbarian horde. The Quincagantania horde, okay. So Bema may be a little unavailable to help out their ally. They do come into the war, but they may not have forces to send. I think attacking Diara first might not be the worst idea. Although I'm nervous about how the revolt thing may screw things up. I mean, I assume that regular Diara will beat the revolt. Is this under siege? What are they doing? Why isn't this under siege? Surely Diara doesn't have their, like, army destroyed. So, I mean, here's the thing, though. If I'm being strategic about this, which in theory is what I should be doing in these videos, because I'm playing a grand strategy game called Imperator, you know, so this part of Diata is not in the Bakunu province, which is actually what the mission cares about. And then this is oddly to focus. This focuses on Kolyma, so that's not exactly what I would have preferred it to do, because Kolyma is not in that region, and I need to colonize, which I don't have the population to do very easily. But okay, whatever. We'll worry about that later. I get a claim on Kolyma from this. Oh, although, hold on, claim on Kolyma. That means I get a claim on these guys. Oh, no, I already have a claim on the one. What am I talking about? Literally don't know why I got so excited about that. But either way. Okay, well, this is the route that I have, so I gotta give this a go. So okay, this mission didn't give me quite as many claims as I was hoping for. So basically, I get claims on the guys in Bakunu, and then from there, I guess it's just kind of, you know, unless I do it through alliances. Let's see. I have a claim on Katie, and they bring in Kifa. Okay, here we go. I have my route. Katie brings in Kifa, so I can attack Katie and fight Kifa through them, which means first fighting Diata and Bema. Okay, there's a number of duo alliances I can fight to kind of work my way further and further west. So let's start with Bakunu and their ally, Dialara, because I want to let this revolt war finish if possible. Be ready in about 2 months. Let's continue till then. Alright, this shouldn't go anywhere. I can just wait for them to die of attrition eventually, which I hope they eventually do. I don't have the strength to go relieve that siege. I mean, the siege isn't actually successful as a siege. They can't damage the food reserves through attrition, or what am I trying to say? They can't prevent more food from coming in because they can't fully encircle it, so you're in the clear on that one. Alright. I'd really like people to buy my grain. I don't know why everyone's avoiding interacting with me. I can't think of anything I've done in this campaign to make the other West Africans nervous about me. What could it be? Maybe people just don't have any surpluses. Again, this is another reason to reach the Med. All the markets are up there. All the big surplus and import slot possessors can be found up there. That's where I wanna reach. Although once I get coast, maybe my options open up a bit. If I can, for example, somehow get control range to Gadir through the coast, that'd be pretty good. That'd be nice if that could happen. Not too confident, but we'll see. In fact, you know what? Let me do this actually when I have my text ready to use. Okay. Bakunu, your time has come. Shoot, before let me rewind that one first. Increase the pay. Raise the army. Hold on, where's my region split? It's over here, that's right. Should I bring in the Genet forces? I guess I probably should. Let's raise the forces next to each other so they can unite right away. Give them a couple months to get into position here. All right, and then I'm gonna probably want to attack from the Niamana. Then we're gonna come down to Bakunu right away. Around we come. I need some more coffee for this campaign. I swear, this has been a very complicated campaign to play. It's fun though. Like it's. Who are these guys fighting? I guess they're fighting the revolt still. I mean, I guess that's good. Anyways, but yeah, this is like one of those like technical campaigns that feels kind of satisfying to get right. There's been some trials and tribulations for sure, but this is such an odd campaign. It's been fun. And playing as a Republic is definitely making it a lot more complicated. Ooh, okay. We can reach more of this territory down here. Let's grab Nebugu. Okay. Said that perfectly. There it is. Alright. Here we go. Bakunu, your time has come. Take Bakunu. Niata comes in. Tialara comes in. Perfect. Just going speed 3, honestly. And I will do sieges here because I want to what's the word, like chain my wars, speed things up. No need to assault unless we're in a huge rush, but rather preserve my strength for multiple wars. Our trade agreement with Niata has yielded a splendid return on investment. Along with the flow of wealth between our two states, the movement of people is accelerating. Our city of Tiabu has been blessed with a wave of fresh migrants who believe they stand a better chance of building their lives in Timbuktu. Sure, I will happily take some extra pops in Tiabu. That is nice. Tiabu needs some more pops. Here's our first advance. The oratory advance came first, with country civil plus 0.50%. Very nice. Alright, I think I want to grab centralized committees immediately. I'm so ready for the discount on anything that involves PI. In fact, I'm so sure about this, I'm going to... oh man, there's some good stuff. There's more dip range over here as well. I can get centralized committees and still get stenography and one more thing with all 4 ranking up. So let me get this now. Standardizing the... Actually, hold on. Is it better to go for this first? How much more? No, let me just get it now. Standardizing the bureaucratic tools of our governors by providing them with competent assistance will improve the effectiveness of local government by cutting inefficiency. All right. Big discount on the PI expenditure for... Over here, we're getting a little stack wipe as we arrive. Battle of Bakunu. Battle is a lofty word for what just happened here. Not so much of a battle. All right. They have partial garrison. That works for me. I will just siege this the long way. Well, will I? Maybe I can assault and also chain. Here's the thing. I don't exactly have an infantry-heavy army. We're looking at a 50-50 infantry-horse split. With these numbers, I think assault and then chain the next war is it's pushing it a little bit. In fact, it may not even be possible. Let me just seize this manually. I've got nowhere to go. I'm not going anywhere. All right, let's just let this proceed. What a way. Okay, let me do a little bit of revocation, or not revocation. What's it called? holding, retaking, yeah, it is revocation. I was right about that. Okay. Maybe not Arbonu, because he's really on the fence loyalty-wise. Let me find a different family head. Someone who's really loyal and not an officer. I mean, Arbonu may be the best option, honestly. Okay, the new Tielabele family head is this guy, Odreogu, who I think I've seen before, but I don't think I've commented on him. He's, okay, he doesn't actually have any holdings. Fadiga is a Wagen, he's too disloyal. Patargombe Bolso. Oh, you know what? Actually, Arabanu might actually be the best person to do this with. Actually, hold on. I think I overlooked this. Does this guy have holdings? He actually does have holdings. Okay, it was just further down. But Arabanu is the best person to do it with, I think, of these options. Okay. Revoke holding. Let's do a Kolima holding. Alright. That gave us a bit of Democrat approval. Let's maybe do one more. I want to get confiscation in right before. I need to remember to do this right before the end of the reign as well. How's Arabanu gonna feel that? But no more messing around with him. He's gonna be too upset. Let's go with they all under the action. This guy. Okay. Oh, so because the parties are now a bit closer, my overall support's not really changing that much, but this is giving me more room for Democrat loss, because I'm gaining with oligarchs, losing with Democrats. This is a good way to rebalance things on occasion, as I talked about before. Oh my god, breach! Oh wow, okay. Siege luck really is with me this episode. Okay, well, with a breach, I think doing an assault is a little hard to pass up. Yeah, let's do an assault. I mean, I certainly did lose a bit more than I was expecting for a breach on a partial garrison with the 6k, but okay, sure. Kabasuadi led his men to glorious victory during the siege of Bakunu. The enemy flee in disgrace, and all that is left is to decide on how to treat the residents within. Needless to say, these spoils of war are likely to cause us back in Timbuktu to admire Kaba greatly. Leaving such wealth in the hands of a man could cause problems in the future. Okay, so this is a fairly populous area. These guys should be wrong religion, and they are wrong religion, but they're right culture group. So I think I'm going to damage the area. This is probably not going to be the capital of this area. Let's actually think about this for a minute. Maybe it will be the capital. So it is the name of the area, which I like to make that the capital if I have no other good spots. It's a little far from... Actually, I've not decided on the capital location for Mema. This is not the worst spot for the capital. That being said, I'd rather re-people it with my people. It's not going to need to be like a huge city right away. I mean, the gold difference is so small. I don't think it's worth it to kill Pops for just a couple more gold. With it, like, if this was a huge Egyptian city, maybe. I mean, almost for sure in that situation, but let's be gentle. We want to rule this territory, not just destroy it all. I'll leave the shrine for now, because it provides bonuses for the territory. No need to destroy it just to be, you know, mean. It's the technical term for it. All right, now we head on to Dialata, and maybe we recover while sieging over there. Okay. There's the Dialata army down here for some reason. I don't know how. Okay. I guess they were around here for some reason, but now they're coming into my territory from an odd angle. That's okay. They can reach Kuva eventually, and they can. Well, actually, can they siege it with one cohort? Maybe they can. To take any attrition, then they can't. And Kuva's not that valuable. Dia blocks them. If they get past it by going around, then they have to go all the way around like this to get to Garama. I guess that'd be annoying, but that's quite a long ways. I may just assault them before they do that. I mean, let's just see how this goes. Ooh, okay, there's that barb horde we heard about earlier. They are about to sack Diata for me, which is kind of funny. Alright, we'll worry about them in a moment. Or not in a moment, we'll worry about them later. Yeah, they just took it. Very interesting. Alright, we've got Dialata under siege. Let's just let our... But they're not even at full garrison. Let's let our forces get back up to full and then decide if an assault is the way to go. This one 500-man stack shouldn't present a problem, but it is a bit of a rogue element. You didn't really plan around that. Shouldn't be a problem, though. I think it's fine. Okay, what's our food situation? Oh, we got now that we have a supply train, we've got so much more food. In fact, this is going to make another war in the north way more feasible with the supply train and our levy. Again, getting legions would be the best way to make wars in the north feasible, but I like working with levies as long as I can. Legions are so expensive. I need to have the economic base to really support them. All right, food shortage, speaking of food. Okay, here's the question. Do I actually want to chain to a war with Bema and Diata right now? Because Diata is occupied by the Horde. I can probably, if I go to war with them, I think I can take over from the Horde. I'm not 100% sure, though. I think I can re-siege a Barb siege location. I think that's possible. Or do I chain to somebody else? These guys are allied. Oh, not you. I don't have the thing on Bema. I guess I could... No, because Diata would call in Bema. Bema wouldn't then call in Kai's, who's only allied with Bema. Kaidi would call in Kifa, but I can't reach them unless it's through Bema. I don't know if I actually chain unit. I mean, these guys are pretty, like, battered, so they're not... I mean, they'd be easy targets anyways. I think I do chains. Let me be a bit more conservative. Let me hold off on doing an assault. I got plenty of manpower, though, is the thing. Let me give it the tick. Maybe if I get another breach, then I know that the gods of siege are truly with me. Oh, hello. Bakunu brought in some mercs. That may change my planning ever so slightly. They were going to get this in a moment, but that's not that big of a deal. I'll be able to get the peace deal even with that being occupied. Yep, it's fine. So where's this? Oh, it's down there. Alright, if I get a breach right now, I'm gonna lose my mind. Right, supply shortage. Could you imagine 2 back-to-back breaches? What an idea. The thing is, I need to go back to my territory to get my manpower back. But doing an assault concentrates the manpower losses in the infantry, so I for sure get the manpower back in the way that I need. Do I want to get this as well? This is a different... I don't really want to go into Mali right now. Maybe I leave Dialara down here. Actually, maybe I make them a tributary. I think that's probably what I do. This is all uncolonized except for the part that they control. I make them a tributary, leave them there, so that they're paying me this outsized income, and then I take the rest in the province. I think that's what I do. Okay, that's the plan. I think, honestly, doing assault here is going to be the way to do it. Oh yeah, we're fine. We're completely fine. Sacking of Dialara. Kaba Suadi led his men to glorious victory during the siege of Dialara. The enemy flee in disgrace, and all that is left is to decide on how to treat the residents within. Needless to say, these spoils of war like that caused us back in Timbuktu to admire Kaba greatly, but leaving such wealth in the hands of one man could cause problems in the future. Alright, gentle looting. Let's not go crazy here. Okay, I'm now going to go down and grab this for the war score, and then I'll probably annex everything else and leave them here as a tributary to pay me, again, a 0.42 gold that doesn't come from anywhere and is just made up by the game, but I will happily take that. And then we'll see if I can take this directly, or if I have to give it to Niata, which is probably what I need to do. I guess we'll see in a moment here what we're dealing with. Okay, so I need to give it to Niata, which is fine. Any reason this would make Niata too difficult to deal with? I don't think so. I think I maybe grow... Why did I say grow like that? I grow Niata to control this set of conquests, and then I focus on annexing them diplomatically I don't want Nyata to get too big, then they might reject annexation. I could always just fight them if needed, but prefer not to do that. They're pretty unhappy. I've been building... Oh, you know what? Hold on. I know of a way to make them happy again. So how much would this affect my economy if I switch to lax? That's honestly fine for the enormous opinion boost I get. This would also keep all of my tributaries from getting any funny ideas. Now, the tributaries aren't like completely necessary for my economy, but at this point I am running 4 tributaries and a tribal vassal, and I'm about to run 1 more tributary, and possibly more than 1 more tributary. I may actually leave Ziada up here as a vassal, because I don't need this territory right now. As a tributary, I mean. So, having the extra opinion from this could be quite good. Ziada's already ready for integration. Ooh. 1st of August. I think I start this now, and then I feed them land in the peace deal, because this will delay it, but it'll still have started. I guess, do I do the peace deal first and then start the integration? Is there any reason this would be the wrong order to do it in? I don't think so. Let me start integrating them now. It's very fast. It's only about, it's a little over a year. That's extremely fast, but that's because they're small right now. I think what'll happen is when I feed them land, they're going to, like, this will increase in time, like maybe about a couple years, but it won't be canceled. And I want to get this now while they're super happy with me. In fact, I might be able to get it going now and then change my policy again to make more money, which would be very funny. Well, let me do the policy change. In fact, you know what? Yeah, let me start this now in case they become too strong after I start, because I don't think I've ever seen this cancel for them becoming too strong. Start integration. Very good. Let's get this place locked down. Please don't depopulate. Thank you. Right, there goes the Quinkegentianian army. Off they go. All right. Hold on. Let me do this in the correct order. All right, I'm going to be giving this over to Nyata. Also this. And also this. And then, wouldn't you guess, and I'm giving this to Nyata, and also this. And also this. And, shockingly, also this. Okay. Sue for peace. Now Nyata takes all this. And then, over here, Yelamane, the tile, becomes a... Is there any reason... Hold on. No, Bakunu is completely part of the province. But over here, this part can become a tributary. Or I could make them a feudatory. That's interesting. Do I want to do a feudatory strategy with them? I don't really think so. I mean, this is not EU4, where vassal feeding is really important to managing like aggressive expansion. Imperator Rome like allows vassal feeding, but as you see, it doesn't really like... It's not really cheaper. Like, I don't think so. Like, there are some niche strategies where vassal feeding is better, but typically, as you see in this situation, it's mostly about allowing, because I don't directly border the land, but my vassal does. Like, that's the situation that vassal feeding is good for. But it does work. Like, it's one of those things with Imperator Rome where there's no more complexity than direct conquest on an AE cost level. Anyways, okay, this is actually a bit cheaper than I was expecting. 0.25. Interesting. Because I already have a tribal vassal for now, I mean, I guess I won't in about a year, because I'm going to cancel the relationship to get the mission available again someday. I guess the thing is, I guess I can cancel the relationships right before I finish a mission, right? Whether this mission or whatever I do next, because I won't be able to see what my mission pool has. Are you following? So I don't need to not have this relationship unless I'm actively triggering the mission pool to display new missions. So I can keep these relationships until finishing Matter of Joloff, and then if I cancel them and the new mission isn't available, then I just wait for the new mission to become available anyways. So I can keep the relationship, which means tribal vassal for this guy is less valuable than tributary, because I would rather get the gold than get the money, and I would already have the modifier for a while. Okay. Let's make them a tributary. Not that guy. Make this guy a tributary over here. Yes. Okay, let's do this peace deal. Bakunu to Nyata. and Dialaran Bakunucha Niar, and then Dialara becomes a Timbuktu tributary. I expect this will be expanded quite a bit. Okay, that's also 6 AE for me. All right, well, we got plenty of AE loss right now. Yeah, okay, this was basically a little over tripled. But I can still do the integration, which is great. And can I stop having lax? Maybe I can. Let's see. What am I looking at here? Diplomacy. I think I can cancel it. I don't think I need to maintain 190 for them to keep integrating. Honestly, the money difference is so small. I think it's fine. Just it's only about a gold, and I've got plenty of gold. Let's not play around with that. Probably get even more gold from this guy. Okay, very good. Now, do we directly attack Diata right now? I think we probably do. Would this put me at war with the revolts? I'm not entirely sure. I don't actually care about the revolt that much because they're outside of the province I care about. I just need this part specifically. Let's go to war. They call in Bema. That's fine. Actually, should I let my army recover first? I think we're fine. Everything's so damaged. Take Bakunu. Let's do it. Right, you can just recover while you're sieging. Okay. Back on the warpath. Kenga Sankara died at the age of 57. She was tribute to the soldiers and a friend of the general of Kuyura's mercenaries. Okay. A friend of the head of the Tialabela family and a rival of the Koatakan. She was the head of the Sankara family. That's a bummer. I remember Kenga Sankara from way back. I think she was a recurring officer character. And she was my tribute to the soldiers, so we need to replace her. Let's bring in someone... Okay. I think my recurring disloyal, but pretty good, though kind of corrupt Bogoto Mogo is going to be invited back in. Democrats are going to surely like that because he is a Democrat. We're going to get free hands again. All right. That's a bummer, but rest in peace, Kenga Sankara. You will be missed. All right, this also is bringing back the Dialara forces because they're now my tributary. Very funny. All right, here come my forces. Very good. Okay, we can siege it. We have to siege it from the barbs, which is not what I was expecting, but I guess it's good to verify how this works. In fact, if I'm gonna, you know what? With this kind of strength, let me give myself a couple months of manpower recovery because we will recover manpower while sieging. Yeah, there we go. So let's let our infantry recover its strength a little bit, and then we'll do an assault. Red-handed. Several nights ago, Kondolan Sawadi, our Koatakan, was discovered helping herself to a sizable quantity of gold from the national treasury. This is clearly a serious crime. However, there's something to be said for sweeping affairs like this under the carpet. Usually my Koatakans have the good decency to wait until, like, the lame duck session, basically, to do this, but she's ahead of schedule. We've still got a year and a half of this duo. She's already doing this kind of stuff. All right. I don't really want to cause a constitutional crisis here by losing my Koatakan mid-reign. So let me go ahead and lose a little bit of popularity. We got super high popularity right now. That's pretty good. 28 tyranny. We're in the 2x of tyranny. My good golly gee, that is quite nice. All right, this will hurt the popularity, but friendship with her, I'm sure, is going to help with the loyalty situation. In fact, help with it enough that I can revoke free hands, possibly. That'd be great if I could do that. All right, we can revoke free hands. All right, it was worth it for that in the end. All right. I like how I've just, no one wants to trade with me, so I'm just making everyone pay me tribute instead. Like, I try to be a a peaceful, with the biggest air quotes I could possibly muster, a peaceful mercantile civilization, and no one will trade with me. So I have to force them to pay me through violence instead. I'm trying my best here. I'm trying to be commercial, but these people just won't trade with me. What can I do? All right, at this point, let me wait for one more tick just so we're efficient, and then we'll do assault. Yeah, the barbs are not presenting too impressive of a garrison here. Right, I'll wait for the siege phase again. Letting our manpower recover certainly doesn't hurt. Ooh, what? Barbs at Titchit? Huh? Oh, they came from the... This is the Quinca... Right. This is the barb forest that was actually... That I'm fighting the garrison of down here. Okay, so we've discovered one way someone can reach Titchit. It's from the south before I have my fort network set up. Good thing I've got the fort in Titchit, because this would be a pretty inopportune place to lose. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. I don't really want to pay them, but I will. I don't have the strength to go deal with them. That's a 3 to 5 month detour to just get up there to fight them and win, and then lose a lot of strength, and then to come back down. I'm just going to pay them 85 gold. Alright. If they declined, I would have jumped into space. That's definitely what I would have and could have done. Don't you dare question my lower body strength. I am a famous leaper out of the atmosphere. That's what I'm known for, in fact. Imperator Rome, you don't know anything yet. My true strengths have yet to be revealed. Surprise, this is now a high jump channel. I fooled you all. You thought this was an Imperator Rome channel. Little did you suspect my pivot. Least forecasted content pivot of all time. Alright, enough of whatever that was. Let's do an assault. That's a Diata. I'm losing my mind. Sacking of Diata. Also a civic advance while we're at it. 1% more pop capacity and 1% more global monthly food modifier. And let the looting be gentle. Alright. Over to Bema we go. What are we looking at over here? That's more of a garrison. We shall deal with that. Okay. Now, I'm going to get the other two soon. Do I go for census data now? I think I kind of want to. Shady connections would be kind of fun to get, but census data is so strong. Not to mention control range modifier. Pretty important to get to that. But dip range plus 5% remains the most important to get to. Let's see. Pop capacity wise. I'm going to go for census data. The practice of taking a census is said to have first appeared in Middle Kingdom Egypt. On a wider scale, however, it became vital to the continued administration of the Roman Republic, providing valuable data about the ethnicity and details of dwellers therein. Alright. That has expanded Timbuktu. Look at our city grow. Yeah, look at that. Okay. We resume. So much food, oh my gosh. It's just amazing to look at that and see how much food we have. Alright, so under these circumstances, let me give it one tick to see if I get a breach. But I think we probably just do an assault once we, here, we're gonna get our recovery tick here. We got plenty of infantry. I mean, we're gonna win the assault either way, there's no doubt about it. Give, Nyata more land here. Some of my farming settlements are done, and we can also colonize over here now. Very nice. Let's do just that. Timbuktu expands. I want to colonize this pretty badly, but I'm not going to be able to do it for a little bit here. Supply shortage. Let's just do the assault now. Sacking of Bema. Gentle looting, please. 20 gold for gentle is pretty good. Kabaswadi led his men to glorious victory during the siege of Bema. The enemy flee in disgrace, and all that's left is to decide on how to treat the residents within. Needless to say, these spoils of war are likely to cause us back in Timbuktu to admire Kabak greatly. Believing such wealth in the hands of a man could cause problems in the future. Alright. Okay, and this will be taken over. That's great. Now, I guess I just come north and grab this. I'm not at war with these guys, am I? I'm not. Okay. I don't have a claim on them either, so I actually can't get this either way. So the Diaran Revolt, by sheer amazing fortune, may actually win their revolt war because I'm going to, like, destroy and vassalize their opponent. I don't know how this is going to work, actually. Will they, like, become an independent tag if I make Diara a tributary? Because they're going to have limited diplomacy. We're going to find out in just a moment here exactly what's going to happen. Very strange. Very, very strange. Martial advance, that's morale of armies and morale of navies, plus 0.07, and 2.50% Legion Navy maintenance increase as well. Okay. Now we're going to grab open negotiations. Holding diplomatic negotiations in the full display of the public will ensure that both parties are held to their word. All right. Almost to the all-important stenography for the dip range. Almost there. This will delay Nyata's integration even further. That's completely fine. This is all part of the plan. Here come the barbs that I paid off. Alright. You guys want a peace deal with me? Just give me a second, then we'll talk again. Okay. I'm gonna wait for this stuff to transfer over, and then we'll see what we can do here. Okay, there we go. Let's inspect the mission requirement. So this is going to require this stuff down here. So let me first set up the deal. Hold on. Oh, they're not in the war with me. Why aren't they in the war with me? Okay. Can they not join war with me while I'm annexing them? I could cancel and then invite. Can I invite them still? I thought they were in the war with me. I completely missed that they weren't. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I could make them both feudatories? That's one way around this. Wouldn't really want to do it like that. This might let me inherit the war with the revolt, which then lets me get the revolt cleaned up. Then I have to annex the land diplomatically after 10 years to get the mission complete, so that's a little bit awkward. I could wait until 87 to finish this war, and then I could annex the land directly once I own the land next to it. That's also kind of awkward, but that might be the best option here. I completely missed that Nyata wasn't in the war with me, and I'm not sure why they're not. They joined me in wars. I don't know why they're not in the war with me. I feel like they're supposed to be. Very strange. I don't think annexing them, or like having it be in annexation, prevents them from joining war. That's not a dynamic I remember seeing before. Okay, I think I need to keep this war going awkwardly in the background for a few years. That's like a 4-year delay to ending the war. These guys could hire mercs in the meantime, but I guess I'll just hope for the best that they don't. Alright, I'll have my levy raised the whole time, which isn't really ideal. Yeah, both levies as well. That's a pretty big research loss. But then again, I'm about to get my research in a few months. I guess I'll just come back to my territory and just kind of... Actually, I'll keep my forces around here in their territory and just kind of wait at this point. This is unfortunate, but I completely missed that Nyata wasn't in the war with me, and I can't give the territory to them because they're not in the war. That's a shame. Just a real shame. Okay, so I guess here's the question. Can I, like, separate piece out the guy over in Cerro? That being Bema? The mission doesn't give me a claim. No, I need to get this territory to reach over here. I actually need this territory more than I need the territory up here. I think we just wait. Like, this is awkward, but I think we wait for the integration to finish, then I can finish the war with a normal annexation deal. Then I'll get call for peace, though, in the meantime. Like, the war, it'll force a white peace eventually. But how fast will that happen? I've never seen that happen and, like, get to the end. I guess let's see. Let's like wait and see. Like at this point, I need this territory to like be. Here's the question: if I cancel the Nyata integration, can I invite them in the war? I don't think I can, because they're not like an ally. Like they're meant to come in like that's why I just assumed they were in the war with me, because they always join my wars automatically, except I guess in this one instance where I really need them to be in the war with me. I don't really have an explanation for why they're not in the war with me. They do have some deals with these guys, but that shouldn't matter. Also, how do they have deals with these guys? They have limited diplomacy. Okay, I'm just baffled. I don't know what's going on. It's fine. I mean, we won the war, so now we just need to not let the people who demand peace get the upper hand on us here. Oh, hold on. Let's go get this. Okay, they finished that. That's a little convenient. That makes things a little bit easier there. Oh my gosh. More barbs coming in. Not exactly what I was hoping to see. I guess we'll see where they go. Let's just siege this manually. I mean, at this point, you know, no need to rush. Untiring devotion. Wedrago Sankara, who is my tribune in the treasury, is cultivating quite the reputation as a man of decency and honor. Such virtues give our citizens good reason to feel safe, secure, and stable. Splendid. I will happily take the stability. We are now in a post-divine sacrifice situation, which means I definitely want to do a divine. Oh, I can do one right now. I will do one right now, actually, yeah. Why not? A little bit of sacrificing of the divine variety. Let's do a little bit of that. Alright, well this is unfortunate, but if I can make it to 1st of July 187 and then just finish the war that way, my concern is the forced white peace, like the call for peace thing. I don't remember how long it gives you though, and once it pops up, I'll be able to do some math and figure out if I'm going to beat the timer. It may be pretty close, honestly. I don't remember it being like too generous, but if I have to make these guys tributaries, that's really not how I wanted to do this. That's going to slow down my expansion in this direction quite a bit. But I may not have a lot of options here. The treasury of Badi Sankara. It seems Badi Sankara, this is the Jedi governor, that's right. Gotten his hands on a lot of wealth, as he has started investing a great deal of silver into building a reputation for himself lately. Though it is unclear exactly where he found these riches, his efforts are surprisingly effective. With his increased popularity, Badi has started vying for a more powerful position in Timbuktu, shamelessly comparing himself to our Otacon. Don't want to spend 3 tyranny. Gold doesn't matter at all. I think this is fine. This guy's pretty loyal, and I'm outgoing, so my popularity isn't the end of the world. Oh, here we go. The Songhai governor is the next expected co-Otacon. Okay, this guy's pretty good. He's going to bring in 1 more point of finesse, which means more build cost and commerce bonuses. I lose my Songhai governor, but this actually frees me up to not have double Sankara, because I currently... Is it Sankara or Suwadi? Who do I have double of? It's double Sankara, so this will allow me to not have grateful Sankaras if I don't want in the next reign. Here's our religious advance. Omen power plus 1%. And, more critically, stenography. The concealment of secret messages is an art that any country wishing to transfer diplomatic correspondence over any notable distance must master. By employing inventive, if often simple, ways of hiding information, we'll be able to keep in contact with our distant ambassadors. Alright, let's do a quick dip range check. Ooh, I'm reaching Besatis now. That is very, very, very good. Holy moly. What? The Punic War? What is happening up here? These guys are allied with Carthage, and they're fighting against all of the Sicilians. What is this, like... Okay. All right. Now, moment of truth. What are we looking at here? Oh my god. Oh, I can reach Besatis. Yes! I can get trade goods. Not that many trade goods, but I can get trade goods. Whew. Okay, I already have surplus fish. Actually, hold on. Let me start from scratch. Okay. Let's get surplus fish from Besatis. Only one fish needed for that. And then... Oh, I can get vegetable surplus. Let me secure vegetable surplus. That's very, very nice. I could then get... let's see. Do I have wild game? I don't. Surplus grain. Yes. Okay. Trade with Niata and trade with these guys. Oh my gosh. Actual imports in my Timbuktu campaign. Can't believe it. This is like, oh wait, that's not my territory. I'm getting excited for no reason. Wow. Okay. Huge developments. But that's pretty good. Whew. Okay. All right. That is quite nice. Up here. Okay. Being able to reach Besatis is amazing. I can now import some basic stuff from the Med. Very, very good. And it's only going to get better. Again, if I'd gotten this stuff directly, I'd be reaching, like, Scandinavia by now. I'd be importing amber in episode... What episode is this? Episode 7? What episode is this? I think it's episode 7. I'm checking my phone. I'm furtively checking my phone. I like how I say that as I, like I say I'm doing... Yeah, it is episode 7. I was right about that. I like how I declare out loud that I'm doing something secretively. Kind of defeats the purpose of doing it secretively to declare it out loud. Alright, I'm actually going to let these guys just lose strength sieging this land. That's fine. I don't care about my vassal losing some territory. Well, losing, like having territory occupied, and the barbs are getting weaker and weaker each time. I'm going to save my PI for the election, because we're going to probably have some shenanigans. Also, confiscation may actually hold over between... I don't have enough Democrat, like, approval room to get the most from doing 3. Let me hold off on doing any more. I guess I could do maybe one more right now. Let me do that, actually. Who's my least unhappy family head? Alright, Mecha Sankara. How about you... lose your territory in... It doesn't matter. Healy. Okay. There we go. Nope. Maybe because I'm not at 100%, it's not counting it down yet. So maybe the weird delay thing that happened with the ballet tile is not so bad. Okay, they're coming to my territory now. That's fine. Add more population. See if I display any care. I shall not, because I do not mind. Water shortage, okay. Diafnu has become disloyal, okay. That is a predicament. I'm about to lose this guy. Let me wait for the next governor to come in, then I'll change the policy. Because he's going to change it when he comes in anyways. Or her, I guess. I don't know. I am an allegedly meritocratic society over here. Alright. Yeah, well, let's be big brain about this. The new governor coming in will pick a different policy, so let's just wait and see what they do. Nope. Excellent conditions in Cree, which is... Oh. Excellent conditions, you say? Okay, whether by happy coincidence, the blessings of the goddess of fortune, or just diligent management, for the past year, production in the settlement of Cree has far surpassed the predictions of local bureaucrats and administrators. whether we could simply exploit these boons for short-term gain. Some have suggested that this is an opportunity to study the organization of slaves in Kree, who by all accounts are unusually satisfied and productive, and attempt to apply the lessons across the province of Jene. Alternatively, we could simply allow whatever fortune Kree enjoys to run its natural course without interference. 42 is not that impressive. Jene gaining 10 years of output and happiness for slaves could be pretty good. Or, what's the difference here? So this one here gives me more gold. Or no, it gives me less gold, but it doesn't cost PI. I'm not spending PI on this, that's for sure. I think okay, Kree gains the modifier in this case. Let me think about this for a minute. Province of Jene. How much? Okay, it's the whole province. What's my, like, productivity situation here? 2 for tax income. I think Jene is my second strongest province overall. Let's see. Why did I think that would tell me any information? Of course it didn't. Yeah, Jene is probably my second strongest. Kuda and Mema are both pretty good too. Well, hold on. Yeah, okay, you know what? Let me say they have it under... No. Let me give the modifier to Jene. I'll spend 15 PI for what may be an economic bonus from that. Let's see, actually. Let's discover if this is a good idea. Okay. There was, in fact... Oh, I also finished the siege and I accidentally clicked off of it. There was, in fact, an economic bonus from that. Just about. Alright. Come on down to Diata. We shall continue the wait. So far, it seems like we're going to be able to pull off this weird integrate and then annex strategy. I guess this is allowed. I've not been told that it's not yet, so... We used up a lot of our manpower, but that's fine. Xenophobia, heated debate in the assembly are not uncommon, especially when so many prominent members of society are involved. Lately, a wave of xenophobia has swept across Timbuktu, resulting in foreign values being regarded with great distrust. All in attendance at today's debate agreed, however, that Odraugo Chilabele crossed the line when he accused Archon Kaba of indulging in barbaric Caucasian practices. Okay. On the way out, this guy could be getting wise. Okay. Or he could gain rash and rival this guy. I don't think it matters that much. Does it matter at all? I think the only thing I'm thinking about here is that I don't want this guy to sneak in and become the new co-Otacon at the last second, so let me not give him a bunch of prominence and popularity. Let me say that he is practically Dere Nestian, and we'll gain rash. It's a bummer, but we already are getting our finesse from the co-Otacon anyways, so it is what it is. Alright, save our resources for... You know what? Oh, wait. Huh? Why didn't he hire mercenaries? Oh, maybe for the barbs. That's probably what that's for. You want to join my war? Yeah, that would make my life a lot easier. Probably not. Alright. At this point, let's go down to regular maintenance. Just kind of... Yeah, election coming up. Now we just wait. These guys will run out of strength doing this. It's only a matter of time. Okay. Things look pretty locked in for the Songhai governor and Sigeli to come in. And next time we'll see if I can pull off this weird strategy. And this will be quite the diplomatic accomplishment if I can keep the war going long enough. We shall see. This campaign's forcing me to think pretty outside the box because of the way this territory is all laid out. It is so far apart and so sparse. It's just a very interesting challenge to strategize around this territory, and it's also large. You have to spend so much time moving around. But here we come at last to the end of this reign. Alright, Sigeri Suwari was elected to office and will now rule our glorious nation. 9-9-11-3. Democrats are in control with the citizen output, and they still want confiscation. That's good. Stab drop to 71. Stab drop to 71. Okay, sure. And we have pretty much the... Oh, okay, Democrats gained a bit of control, so now things are fairly balanced with the Dems in charge. Okay. And, of course, Gumasita came in as the co-Adicon, but we will look at that next time. So, thank you all so much for watching this episode of the Timbuktu Campaign. Things have gone from a weird war situation in the north to a weird war situation in the west. That's just the way this campaign seems to be going. Lots of strange, kind of unorthodox conflicts, but our economy is booming. This is with our full levy, both Jene and Ghana levy raised, and on partial maintenance, or on a sort of regular maintenance, basically 15 per month. Pretty good place to be at. So that's going to be it for this episode of the Timbuktu That's going to be it for this episode of the Timbuktu campaign. There we go. I don't know what I was trying to say before. Make up a new word. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.